Oh, okay, cool. I was about to ask you, hell, even live.
All right, let me see if I can find this on YouTube. It should be. It's supposed to be streaming to YouTube too. And I don't know. I have a link for it, I guess. Oh, Shane disappeared. Okay. So, YouTube. Like that. Okay. Go to link. YouTube page. Let's see. What's that?
Hey, we're back.
All right. Shane's back. Yay.
Oh, did you not go away? Because on my end, it all died.
You just disappeared and then you came right back.
That's cool. That's amazing because on my end it said, hey, it got killed because of server error, and I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. Just so you know, when we actually do the real thing in January, I'm actually going to have my real setup with a real microphone and a real camera, so
Okay.
it'll
Good.
sound better.
Sound better, maybe look better.
Look better, going to have someone stand in for me. Oh, man.
I put that link in the chat room, and the first thing they say is, "Oh, I thought that was a beer commercial. They must have been Stevie drinking."
Beer. What kind of beer is freaking purple?
That's some crazy ass beer.
That is so good. Oh, God, I love it.
All right, I'm gonna post the link up in Storm Track, so they at least got it there. If you want to share the link, I'll how do I get this to you?
It's the link that's basically in the bar up here, right?
Well, here I'll send it to you on your Hangouts. It's actually the YouTube link to the show.
Okay.
Lucio commented on the podcast. Let's see what he said.
Oh. Okay.
I just went through the Vortex VA channel and Robert Prentice's channel, and just kind of got some old clips, like 90s stuff, basically.
So. Oh, I love that. It's my favorite. I mean, that's the stuff that I grew up or came up idolizing, I guess.
Yeah. And because I asked people in chat if they could give me some suggestions, but all I got was stuff within the last 5 years, and I'm like, no classics. I need classics.
Yeah, I've trained myself for the last couple of days since you told me I was going to be on that first episode to have a very PC, very mellow attitude, and just be, smile and nod and all that stuff.
Well, I mean, you don't have to. I mean, you can be animated. This is totally uncensored, so it's not a big deal.
Well, yeah, but I mean, just my first reaction when you said that everyone was naming stuff within 5 years was just like, oh, really? I mean, and then I had a whole big rant after that, but no, I'm good.
Well, if you want to bring the good Shane to this show and then just take it out on Dedication Society, that's fine by me.
Yeah. Well, I mean, many levels. I'll bring my nice level, but it's something that's different, which is cool because I've never really been a part of something. It's kind of like not really a panelist, but I guess a guest or really. But I've never really been in that role, so it's kind of cool.
Well, the whole goal for this show is I want something different. There's a few podcasts out there, but they're just so lame and boring, and just there's nothing interesting to me at least. So this is going to be more of a chaser-oriented show.
Yeah. I'm totally on board with that. I think the world needs it. I mean,
yeah. I'm gonna see if I can figure out how to do the screen share. I think I figured it out. So, bye bye everyone in the chat room.
Oh, I forgot about the chat room. Hell.
Yeah. So, any classic tornadoes that you like to watch come to mind?
Me? Oh yeah, I mean, number one on my list is anything from Jim Leonard from like the night. I mean, I love all his stuff up to current, but basically his like, I mean, silent movie film in the 70s and early 80s to his, VHS 80s and 90s stuff. I mean, everything that everyone does today where people go, oh man, he's awesome. Jim Leonard was doing that 30 years ago and no one knew about it. So, but I love his stuff.
Yeah, he's been one of my idols since probably when I was a little kid. You know, I used to go to the video rental store, and kids my age were renting cartoon movies and Disney movies. I went straight for the tornado footage. I went straight to Fury on the Plains and rented that every single
Oh,
time.
I love that one. That's my favorite compilation like television show ever, Fury on the Plains. I love that one.
Yeah, I would
The
always
one that's
rent
got
that
the,
movie. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. No, you go ahead. You go ahead. I interrupted you.
It's just it's my favorite, and I think I've watched it 100 times, and it never got old. It was just so awesome every single time I watched it.
You talk about when they break away from the commercial, they have the little tornado that kind of spins toward the screen, and then they got the yellow, like old, like Times New Roman text that tells you what the date and the event was.
Yeah,
Like
and I think the very first shot, and I don't know why it reminded me, but the very first tornado was some nighttime tornado in like Louisiana, and it starts with like a crack of thunder, and then the sirens are going off, and yeah, it was. I don't know. There's just something really cool about that movie. It'll forever be a classic, and anyone that needs a good tornado footage to watch, you just go get that movie or whatever because it's worth it.
Oh yeah, that's what I mean. That when my rookie year, my first year before I'd ever even seen a tornado. I mean, I'd seen one tornado the year before. That came on early in the year, like on some channel, and I recorded it and I watched that shit over and over, and I was like, oh my god, that was my. I mean, I used to worship that because it had a little segment in that on Jim Leonard specifically, and I was like, ooh, I want to do that, and that was my motivation.
Yeah, it's definitely been a driving force when I was younger to get into storm chasing. Okay, so.
Sounds you got a party going on over there.
Actually, it's my girlfriend and her mom. They're making cookies. So, yay them. I guess I get to enjoy these cookies later.
Someone in the chat room actually said this was interesting, so you got a good start right there.
We're not even doing anything. Wait till we start watching stuff.
Oh yeah. So basically, what you're going to do is to put the video that you and I are watching on the screen for the viewers, and we'll talk over it.
Yes, and I would like for anybody. I don't have the chat room up because it's just going to take away bandwidth from my computer. But if anyone in the chat room that's watching, if you can not see this footage, please let Shane know. And I know there's a pretty. I was just watching it earlier. There's a pretty gnarly delay between now and what's actually streaming, like at least a minute or two.
Right.
So, but let's go ahead and get to it, man. I got all these tornadoes. I looked into it. And you said Jim Leonard's your favorite. Actually, my favorite tornado footage, for whatever reason, is the June 8th, 95 Allison, Texas tornado from Jim Leonard. Something about that storm just looked so nasty, like just that really green tint. And, they got that tornado roar, and it just really draws you in, and you kind of become a part of that chase.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see if we can get this going.
While you're putting that up, I'm going to run and fill my glass. I'll be right back. So you start off, and I'll come right back in.
All right. I really hope everyone gets on too, because that's the best part. Look at that. Such low contrast, yet for some reason it's just the most powerful looking storm ever. And this part of Texas actually sucks. If you guys ever end up in the Eastern Panhandle, it's not fun. There's not very many road options. It's a little hilly, and luckily nowadays the data is really good out there, so you don't have to worry about dropping data. But oh, and don't do dirt roads because the dirt roads are all really soft, like clay. It's really bad, especially when it starts raining out there. I almost got stuck even when it wasn't raining, simply because it was just really loose sand and really thick road. It's terrible to drive on. 4-wheel drive is recommended. Now I'm assuming, if I remember right, they're looking to the north, and yeah, look at that, man. Just such a crazy baser to mezzo. That's right from a bitch. That's some crazy ass lightning.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. There's a part right here where they say there's a mile wide tornado, and you can actually barely see the outline of it in there in that road.
Oh yeah. Yeah. It's it's just so crazy.
Are you getting sound?
I mean, me, not with the video, no.
Oh, bummer. Oh well.
But I didn't think we were supposed to because I thought we were going to talk. Oh, so we're going to talk.
Oh
over
yeah,
good
we're gonna
audio.
talk. Yeah.
Okay.
I have audio on my end, but see, there it is right there, right in the middle. There's already a big wedge on the ground.
I'm having to kind of crane my head because to get the built-in mic to where you can see me, I can't really see the camera, so I may have to just kind of.
Well, I'm thinking that everyone's just seeing the video and we're just talking over it. So I don't think you really have to worry about
Oh,
the
good. That's perfect. Oh, that's even better. Yeah, because we
Look at that wedge.
You might be facing up at the hill. These right here, I love this. I used to rewind.
I love this part where this lightning strikes behind it, and they're like, "Oh God, there it is," like, "Oh, we're too close."
Oh man. And the thing about this wedge, it was like it went from being stationary to like jumping forward to like 60 miles an hour.
Oh yeah, man, it was just a huge, nasty tornado. Now, this I don't know exactly for sure because this day was still kind of weird to me. I know there's a Pampa tornado going on right now, or at the same time, and I think this storm was a separate storm. And then there was another tornado-producing storm further north near Perryton that was apparently a really, really strong tornado. And I believe Dave Hoadley chased that storm. I believe he's got.
I'm not sure about that.
His channel.
I'd like to see that if he does. I'd really like to see that.
Yeah. Dave Hoadley, he did a great thing. He posted a lot of his footage from like little compilation footages, like 5 or so. So it's got a lot of old stuff. And he
it was really smart. Yeah, I don't know if he meant to do it or not, but he was really smart because the way he named his files on YouTube, it's not like anything anyone that's not looking for it would ever find.
Yeah, you have to know who Dave Hoadley is and what he does to find those videos. So I recommend anyone watching. If you want to see some real classics, you go search for Dave Hoadley. There's a lot of great footage on there.
Oh yeah, and then I don't know who. I think it's Roy. God damn it.
Roy Britt.
Yes, God, his channel. He has got the best collection of classics from so many different people.
Now, Roy Britt, he is Vortex TA, right? That's his channel.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm not mistaken. God, look at that. Ah, it's awesome.
Like you don't even need good contrast to get that. That alone right there. Like you got this huge wedge, barely lit, and then you got this really snarling mezzo wrapping around it. It's just an amazing sight.
Oh yeah. Yeah, and and these guys were doing it without radar updates every 5 minutes in the car. I mean, it was amazing. That's why I have so much respect for this generation.
Their only update they got was, amateur or CB radio from Project Vortex. They were the guys that were actually surrounding the storm, so that's where
that's some good. Yeah, now that was some good play-by-play, granted, but still, I mean, these guys, through the years, body of work, just great success, and it was so impressive how they did it with so minimal, compared to today. And and I know a lot of people I'm seen as one of those old farts that that rag on the technology guys. And I don't mean to do it to belittle them. It's just that I'm so impressed with the generation before me, and even David Hoadley's generation, where they were able to have such a great success over a long period, decades, with a decent body of consistent success without the data was just so impressive to me.
right here. They're kind of getting worried because they have rotation overhead. So I think they're probably getting ready to drop a satellite right on top of them.
Oh yeah, Jim Leonard. He's always shushing them too. To shh, shh,
Yeah.
shh. I love him because he'd be like, shh, and then 15 seconds later he would start talking, all excited. Hilarious.
You just,
I was given a VHS compilation.
I was just gonna say, you just can't contain yourself when you're in that position. I swear. You know, I know we rag
No.
on people a lot because they don't shut up during tornado footage, but you don't understand the amount of adrenaline running through you, and you just can't shut your mouth up because you're just like, oh shit, what am I looking at? Oh my god, can you see that? I have that bad habit of filming and be like, oh man, did you see that? And I'm like, well, duh, I'm filming it. I'm sure whoever's watched it saw it too. So,
Oh yeah. Matt Biddle. I don't know if you're familiar with the name, but I used to live in Norman for years, and I knew Matt through a friend of mine who worked at a restaurant that Matt frequented, and I got to know him, and he gave me a personal compilation of his personal video that he took during his time on Vortex One, and his Allison footage is insane. It's amazing.
okay, here's another goodie from a big day back in May, but it was, a big day elsewhere too. This was May 3rd of '99.
Oh
Jim's
man, is this a white tornado?
Fort
Oh
Cobb,
god,
dude.
yeah.
Yeah, dude.
There was a moment on the raw video, if you've ever seen it, where he's filming this thing after he gets stopped, and this guy walks up and asks him what he's doing. He goes, the dude goes, "Hey man, is this your first tornado?" And Jim's like, "Oh no, 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 this is not my first one. I've been doing this for 25 years."
Yeah,
It's like he almost took offense for a second, but kind of it was so funny.
yeah. Now, I don't really remember the dynamics of this day, but if I remember right, it looked like a cat bus all day long, and then finally the cat just couldn't handle it, and it was like a warm front slash tornado machine kind of day where any storm that went up on this day was produced, and we've definitely had our share of those days recently, but I don't think I've ever seen it to where you have everything contained all day and look like a cat bust, and then all of a sudden it just explodes and you have numerous tornadoes.
Yeah, another thing about this day that to me was very, still to this day, is I don't remember a day where you had so many different tornadic producing supercells confined to such a tight area.
Oh my
And
God, look at that right
three
there.
things I
That's
took
so
all
cool.
day. Oh yeah, give me that collar cloud action is insane. I mean that's never been matched. There's never another video ever in the world before or after this one. That's one of a kind, folks. If
Ugh.
you want to see that, you need to buy anything with this on there. I mean see, I got 10 minutes of this tornado that day myself, but we were 25 miles to the northeast looking southwest, and our view was nothing like this.
Oh yeah.
This right here is incredible.
Excuse
But
me.
there was a horizontal convective
I
roll.
need to go get some baby wipes.
Okay.
I'm just kidding.
Anyway, I'll talk through this. There was a horizontal convective roll that was on radar earlier before initiation that day. I don't know what that means. I'm not smart. And there was a big cirrus canopy, which I'm assuming that's what the cap issues and fears were related to. And there were a couple of holes that eroded in that cirrus, and right where those holes eroded, boom, you got Storm A and then Storm B that produced the tornado you're watching now. And this thing here, I mean, you got a whole tree. If you've got a good connection, you're seeing this solid because mine's jumpy. You will see like whole trees falling to the ground with like the root balls intact here to the left of this tornado. It's amazing. And look at the upward motion. The upward motion is as incredible as the rotational motion.
There goes a tree right there.
There's one right there.
And then of course the stop sign gets in the way.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, but that collar cloud, that shape, oh man.
The way that collar cloud looks, that looks like a sign of a really strong updraft, and it's really pulling that, there's the. I'm sorry, I know y'all can't hear, but this is the part Sam was talking about where some guy comes up, "Are you a storm chaser?" And Jim's like, "Yeah, I've been doing this for 25 years."
I don't hear the audio, but I know the audio because I've had this on VHS for 12 years. So it's like amazing. I've got his whole
and look it
collection.
up. It's hilarious. I could just hear him. He's just like, "Oh, you got some nice camera equipment, blah blah." And I'm just like, "Oh man, if that was me, I'd be like, dude, fuck off! Don't you see what I'm doing?"
Oh yeah, yeah. It was amazing. Yeah, I love that one. And believe it or not, I talked to Jim years ago. We're talking about just selling video like stock footage, and he was telling me that like he would have always been really surprised and disappointed because they never got a lot of calls for that piece of footage.
Strange. That I mean, I know May 3rd kind of overtook that day as the big day, but there's a lot of good
Yeah.
tornadoes I'm sure that happened that day that a lot of people don't even know because people, this was before the time where you can digitalize your footage, so there's probably massive amounts of
Oh
footage
yeah.
that people forgot about just sitting in somebody's attic, and you know.
Oh yeah.
Okay, are we still
I mean,
looking at YouTube right
who
now?
knows what never got digitized that we don't see.
We're still looking at YouTube,
I
Shane?
love the Hamlin, Texas. What's
Okay.
that?
I was just asking if we were still looking at YouTube here.
Yeah, I was just thinking. I love the Tuxedo, Texas dusty tornado that goes right by their position. It's amazing. Or a Hamlin, depending on what television show you watched.
I got this July 21st, 93. I don't know if you've seen that one.
Are you
Freaking
talking
wedge
about
tornado, last chance.
Bill Reed? Oh yeah, Bill Reed. I can't remember his partner's name, but they were actually on their end of their vacation that year, and they were supposed to go back the day before, and they decided to stay one more day, and they got that.
Okay, I really don't remember the last time there was a wedge in Colorado, except for maybe Weld County back in 2008. But that's up
Oh,
in the
this
mountains,
was
which
the
is pretty
no.
rare.
Oh yeah, this is a wedge. This is a plains wedge out on the the divide or whatever they want to call it.
Yeah, well, last
Mile
chance,
high
which
wedge,
is
I guess.
it's out there by Lyman. It's in high elevation compared to the rest of the plains for the
Oh
most
yeah,
part.
there's nothing out there now. 'Cause I was there in 2009, and there wasn't anything there. It was like dead.
I'd really like to know the storm motion on this. I want to know if, with it being a big, powerful wedge, was it a slow-moving storm, or was it pretty much an average motion? Or
In July in Colorado, I'm going to say it was probably almost stationary.
it's got to be right. I mean, the upper flow had to have been crap, unless it was just one of those
Oh yeah,
big days with a decent amount of upper flow. I mean, it has to be with a wedge like that, but
yeah. Well, you can have a decent amount of what's one you can have shear to support a wedge with insane instability.
God, I love chasing Colorado. There is like no structures in sight. It's all. I mean, if you could find a road, that's good because most of the dirt roads out there are very well maintained. But just the fact that there's nothing out there, you don't have to worry about some crazy yokel coming up and talking to you. There's not many telephone
And you
poles
can
out
see them
there.
coming for a mile. Last time I chased Colorado was 2009, and I was off pavement for 2.5 hours, and I was the most fun I've had in years.
You can see that RFE cutting in around it, right there in front of them
Mm-hmm.
over the road. That is a massive
Oh yeah,
RFE cut too. That's a wide RFE cut.
yeah. You see something like that, two things. Number one, it's big, and number two, it's going to be around for a while. I remember this tornado though, because the first time I saw it was on these Fury on the Plains video.
Look at that. RFD is almost all the way around.
Yeah, classic. And look at the wedge. Look at the wedge. The sides are almost have the same angle. And look at the rotation around the backside, coming from right to left around the backside. How low those LCLs are. It's incredible.
Yeah, that was a really moist down RFD. Look at the clouds to
Oh
be
yeah,
that low.
that's just. I mean, if
I
that was happening, go ahead.
I was gonna say I don't know what the else or what the moisture was out there, but I mean this is like a tornado that you would see like in Kansas with 65-degree dew
Yeah.
points. I mean, what were the dew points that day in Colorado to make that happen? It had to have been close to 60.
Oh
Because you
yeah. I
can
mean,
get
I'm sure
tornadoes
they
up there
had
over the
plains
long with
type
40-degree dew
situations.
points. Yeah.
God. That's the kind of tornado that if it's happening in front of me, I'm not gonna be able to speak because I'm just like sensory overload.
Like, oh my God, you see it? You see it? It's right there. Yeah, everyone saw it. It's right there.
Exactly.
Oh yeah. I
And
remember.
this is 20 fucking. Oops, sorry. First F bomb. That was not too bad. That's half an hour in.
I actually I threw one earlier when we were watching Jim Leonard stuff. So sorry, kids.
You can
Oh,
see
they
the
just
beginning of the
timestamped.
decay stage.
Yeah, they just timestamped this at 8:06 in the evening. They just said it out loud.
Wow.
I mean, look at that, dude.
Well, yeah, but
That
you got to
reminds
figure,
me of
the
like the
boundary.
Porter, Kansas tornado back in '08.
Oh yeah.
Or
That's why the.
go ahead.
No, I was gonna say the worst thing that could possibly happen is to have a strong dynamic system, in spring, and then have it, have the cap hold until like 6, 7 o'clock, and then you get these storms spinning up right at dusk. And I'm telling you that magic hour between like the first 30 minutes of darkness and the sun going down, where that boundary layer and those LCL levels lower. That's why you get Greensburgs. That's why Greensburgs happen after dark, because that is a magical time in the meteorological window of opportunity that you have to have darkness to have that type of thing happen.
Yeah, between 0Z and 1Z, probably the best time for tornadoes. But if you get
Oh
a
yeah,
storm that's strong enough to last, to 3Z, which would be, around 9 o'clock, where it's almost dusk, then that's the storm you want to watch.
yeah, because you've got the heat, you've got the sun to fuel the storm, and then you've got the crazy things happening in the middle, and then as the sun goes down and the light decays and the LCL is lower,
There
you
goes
have
a
the
multi-vortex.
component that you don't. Oh yeah, you have the one component that you don't have ever, not even on May 3rd during the day. You have the one component in twilight that you never have during the day that brings all that crazy insanity so close to the ground that you basically lower the mesocyclone, or at least the tornado cyclone, onto the ground. And so that's why you get 2-mile wide wedges after dark that destroy towns.
Oh, man. Right there.
Mm-hmm.
Right there
Well,
is
check this
showing
out,
you
Marcus. What do you think about
Minnesota.
this? What do you think about this? See how that's happening right there?
Yes, sir.
You see that outer funnel decaying, revealing that inner core?
Yep.
I've had a theory for years that a multi-vortex happens because that type of structure is present in all tornadoes, but when you have an insane amount of helicity and instability, that layeredness that you see right there with that outer that like it looks like a stovepipe right now, that's going to rot away right there, and you're going to see that inner core. In a multi-vortex situation, you've got so much helicity and instability that it takes that vertical rotation and pushes it and pulls it into the horizontal, and it goes
Mm-hmm.
insane.
It fills back in, and when it does, it's kind of does that awesome, dancing maneuvers.
Oh yeah, because you got to figure, if you've got a perfectly cylindrical up and down vertical tornado, and you can actually physically see that there are physical layers inside of there. Imagine if some force hits that horizontally. That's gonna fucking make that a little two F bombs. That's gonna make it go insane. And a lot of times, because you have to have the big wedge days, the big massive Greensburg wedge type days, May 3rd, everything else. You have extreme instability, you have extreme helicity, and a lot of times before you get that big, strong wedge, you have a crazy multi-vortex,
Yeah.
which I believe you get the multi-vortex like we just talked about, from insane instability and helicity to where the rotation is so powerful it doesn't know how to manifest. It's fighting itself. It's going insane, octopus tentacles. And then once it actually gets all its act together and it gets on the same page, boom, then you have like a half-mile wide wedge that grows into Greensburg, and the next thing you know, you wake up the next day and the town's gone.
Yeah. I don't know if you want to skip right to May 30th of Spencer, South Dakota. Anything on the chat?
You know who else is on this storm? You went from Last Chance, Colorado, July 21st, 93 to Spencer, South Dakota, May 30th, 1998. Both of those were huge Tim Reed scores. William
really?
Reed, Tim Reed, whatever.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, William Reed was on this. This may be Martin Lishuis's video, but William Reed was on this tornado too. Because I remember seeing a post on Weather Chase. Someone commented that he posted his video of this tornado, the Spencer, South Dakota tornado, and someone said, "This is an amazing piece of video, but your legacy will always be Last Chance 1993."
If you want to swing over to chat, see if there's anything going on, make sure everything's good on there.
All right, I haven't seen that. Let me see.
I don't even know how many viewers we got. A few viewers.
I can't see viewers.
Before we got into the storms, we were up to like 8. So, woo, 8 people
Oh, really?
at least. Yeah.
Sweet. There's people watching.
Yeah. Well, I had 10 subscribers before I even put any videos out, so that was a good sign.
Cool, man. I like to talk. You know, not speaking and not being seen is fun, especially when watching a look at the crazy motion in and out of that thing.
Oh man, that is.
I mean, the whole tornado.
Very violent tornado.
Yeah, I mean, look at it. You can do half-second intervals, and it's not the same shape. Because my video feed is broken because my computer connection is crap, and every half second the tornado is a different shape. And you've got that setting sun. Oh. Man.
This is, I've noticed this, and I'm sure this is not a new observation, but for me it's somewhat new. On these really, really strong tornadoes, the backside or the side that's closer to the vault seems to have much more violent vertical motion than, the front side, which is closer to, the south end of the storm. And so I think if you see that in a tornado, it's a really violent tornado when you have one side of it not as strong, and then the other side you just watch it. It just like rips upwards so hard, and it really pulls.
You're talking about on the right.
The right side. The right side, how it's much more violent than the left side, and of course the left side, it's obscured by dirt and stuff. But I think David Mabe's footage of April 14, 2012 showed that very well, where the backside of the tornado
I hate that guy.
The backside of the tornado was just like. You just saw the intense power where it just ripped upward, just really corkscrewed up. But on the other side, it was a little more mellow. But regardless, I think that was just a sign of a very well-ventilated tornado.
I think, but talking about that exact piece of video, when he zooms in, you can actually see the scale of the rotation, the size of the tornado, because at that farm, you can see tractors, trailer trucks, all that good stuff. It almost looks like the very backside, because it's moving basically left to right. You can see where there's a whipping action on the left side to where you're getting that point to where the lazy part of the tornado is being whipped back around to the strong part of the tornado, and like it almost looks like as the tornado moves by that farmstead, the back side is almost more powerful than the front side.
Yeah, I think that's what's going on in this footage, especially in the early part of the footage. I don't know if you guys can see that, but I'm assuming that they are. CJ.
Oh man.
I'm assuming that they are well east of it, looking back to the west because of the setting sun. So that would mean that the right side of the tornado is facing north and the left side is facing south. And the right side of that tornado is just absolutely violent. It's ripping really hard. And then the left side, it's not as much. I mean, it's still strong, but it's just not as much as the right side. You can see right here where it's really pushing some of that tornado, or part of the structure further out than where the ground contact is. It's actually it's growing in intensity and in size, but you can see where it has that area where it kind of hangs over, much like Skip's footage from March 2nd of 2011 or 2012? I forgot. The big Henryville tornado where the actual contact point was, half of the tornado was actually on the ground, the other half was rotating around, not touching the ground. So.
Oh yeah, that's insane. And you talk about, the best tornado video in my opinion ever that I wish, the only one that I wish I could go back in time and say that was mine is Andover.
Oh yeah, I knew I forgot today. Dang it.
Earl Evans' shot of Andover. That is the best 6.5 minutes of violent tornado footage in my. I would trade anything I've got. Well, I would trade any one tornado video I have to be in 1991 and have that be my video. That's the only tornado video in the past that I would trade something I actually have to have that one.
Not even Crazy Farmer, Columbus, Nebraska?
Nah, that one's. I've seen Crazy Farmer. I've got so many crazy, snaky, weird vortexes that define helicioal, like, physical realms. I've done that. Where I have fallen short my whole career is I just don't have the big, high contrast, violent, fat wedges. I just don't get those. I get the Mulvanes. I get the Rices. I get the classic Skywarn logo-shaped tornadoes that twist and turn and look like they're alive and they're like tentacles and they rip shit out of the ground. I've done that over and over. I want a big, fat, massive wall of just cloud destroying, and I don't mean that like houses and people, just just taking out everything, just a massive wall of cloud. I
Well,
just don't get
yeah,
that.
exactly. And I understand exactly what you meant when you said destroying, because you get those big, strong tornadoes that it almost seems like they have a life of their own, and they are just tearing the storm apart itself. Like, it almost looks like it's just
Oh
like
yeah,
it's gripping the storm and spinning it around itself, like that. Like right here, this
oh
part right
yeah,
here, where you see that collar cloud rolling around, it's like that tornado pulled that part of the storm down, started ripping it around. And you can see it
oh
looks
yeah,
like a small satellite funnel here on the right side. Very high contrast. Look at that,
yeah,
man. That structure right there is awesome.
yeah. That's incredible. Let me tell you a little tidbit about this tornado.
What's that?
Chuck Doswell was on the scene and he filmed the whole tornado. And not until the tornado had dissipated did he realize that he didn't have a tape in his camcorder and missed all of it.
Oh man. I I feel sorry for Doswell because that is so painful.
Oh yeah, I mean, and that's not to knock on him. That's just a little gold. That's a gold nugget for anyone who's watching to let you know what kind of stuff you're going to see on this show. Because when you get guys that love tornado video and have seen lots of tornado video, and they show videos that you might see and might recognize, and they tell you things about them that you don't know, that's awesome. I love it when I hear stuff like that.
Yeah, there's everyone has that day that they don't want to talk about because they did
Oh
something
yes.
stupid, they busted the forecast, or they had some stupid equipment failure that they have nothing to show for it, but they were there. I have one of those days. I've
Yep.
actually I have several of those days, but I don't mind
I
talking
get a
about
lot of them.
it. um, I know
But
that
this is a great tornado. I mean, it's
I know that my buddy Wesley Luginbyhl, he said he wanted to be on the episode of Bust because he is self-crowned Bust King, and I understand too because I know the days that he went out and the days where he came home with the tail between his legs. June 17th, 2010, the big outbreak in Minnesota. He was there, and he might not even talk about it because he came home with nothing that day. You know, Minnesota to Amarillo is not a trip you want to come back from, especially after a day like June 17th of 2010.
no, it's not.
Look at this. This thing did this
But I
thing
know
grow
how
in
they
size, or
feel.
is it just starting to break down a little bit? Because I feel
I
like it's
think they're
exploding.
just zooming in as they're driving.
Okay, because it looks like it's just a lot of dust, like a big wedge. But the motion doesn't seem that violent. But I think it's because all that dirt is kind of masking it.
Oh yeah, well they're moving now. I mean they're bailing south. I think it's starting on the, I mean for a violent tornado, I guess the weakening phase to where it goes down to an F3. I don't know.
James Gastina should be joining us in a few minutes.
Cool.
My co-host. All right, we're just about done with this. So, all right. So we got 5 viewers.
Really?
Yeah. All right. Well, let's just start from. Well, okay. Well, I'm trying to see when James will be on, but he'll be on shortly. Let's see. I have a lot of Robert Prentice stuff. I made this up in like an hour, so there's still a ton of footage that I don't have on this playlist. But
Oh man,
um,
but everything you're playing is awesome. So.
I do have one piece of footage that is fairly recent, which is April 14, 2011. That was the Tushka Day in Oklahoma. And the only reason is because it's
Yeah.
still one of the most eeriest tornadoes I've ever seen with the big double barrel funnel. That it's pretty hard to see that. I mean, of course,
And
I don't know. Let me ask you something. Do you think Pilger this year kind of raised the bar on what you see as crazy phenomenon type of storm? You know, the double
not at
tornado
all.
with
I'll tell you
double
why,
measure.
Steve. No. And I'll
Okay.
tell you why.
What's up?
Pillagers happened before. It's just that all these little shits that I'm sorry. Oops. I'm getting too DCS here. Let me start over.
That's fine, Shane. You're
Pilger
totally uncensored here.
Yeah, Pillager has happened before. It's just that, like you said earlier, you said, hey, chat room, what do you guys want to see? And no one had anything older than 5 years. People that chase today, most of them, the youngsters, don't have a memory that goes beyond 5 years. And, there have been double wedges on the ground many times in the past. It
Yeah.
happened on May 3rd. It happened during the Elkhart, Indiana outbreak in 1960, whatever the hell it
Yep.
was. It's just that it's so well covered now. It's like, oh, it's unprecedented. It's a once in a lifetime. And there may never be another moment where you have two violent wedges that are both in their mature stages and they're not going anywhere for a while. You may have that. There'll never be another May 3rd, 99. There'll never be another Pilger. But Pilger isn't something that is unprecedented. That's
Yeah.
kind of the thing. Every event is unique. There's never been another May 29th in Sumner County, Kansas. There's never been another storm like that since that day. There's never been another Mulvane. I mean, every amazing storm that's like over the top has its own unique characteristics, and the only thing that makes people think that it'll never happen again, there's two types of people: the people that got it because they want to make their footage unique so they can market it more, and the people that missed it because they're like, I'm never going to see that again. Yeah, you will. Yeah, you will.
Yeah.
So.
You're right there, that shot where it's just like come over the hill and there's that double barrel look to it. And, of course, it's.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I would have loved to have been there. I would have done Pilgrim. Oh, yeah, that's May 29th, 2004. Or is it not?
This is April 14th.
Wow. This is a hard day to talk about. We were heading toward this storm. We heard the tornado warning. We had targeted. We were in Sulphur on the first storm of the day that didn't produce, and we were following that storm northeast. And we heard the warning come out for this storm, which was the next storm south. But Sulphur storm had just been re-tornado warned right when we were turning south. We had gone about a mile south to go to this storm, and our storm, which was right behind us, got re-tornado warned. So I turned around and I said, there's no point going down there when we've got a tornado warned storm here, because there were no confirmed touchdowns at that point, and you know the rest.
Well, this part of Oklahoma is pretty difficult to chase in. I mean, it's not the worst, but I mean, you can see from the footage, lots of hills, lots of trees. So.
It's awful. We were in a rental that day, and we were following a storm on a back road, dirt road. We went miles, left, right, over hills, under hills, and literally, we didn't have a cross street for like 5 miles, and we ended up in somebody's driveway. There was a man, a woman, and a little girl in a trailer house that were coming out in the front yard to look at the storm, and we come rolling up with our antenna and everything. And, I was happy he didn't have a shotgun. And, I pulled up, I rolled my window down, I said, I'm sorry, we're chasing the storm, and I did not know that this was your driveway. I am really sorry. He's like, hey, no problem, no problem. And we had to go like 3 miles back the way we came before we had another road option. That's how desolate the area we were in that day was.
See, look at this. I mean, I know you guys probably can't see how hard these trees are whipping around, but right there, this is like, okay, these trees are about to snap. But I would not want to be in this spot, like, at all.
No.
The RFD winds could be really strong. I mean, you can see right there. Look at all the branches that are down. I mean, it just takes one big tree to fall on you, and your day's done. Your year could be done.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, your life could be done, actually. So.
But the reason these guys stay on this tornado is a whole other episode, so I'm not even gonna go there.
Yeah, I'll bring you in when we do.
Oh yeah, dude. I expect to be on this show about once every 5 episodes.
All right, we'll make sure to get you the right subjects. Oh, there's a big tree on the road. Let's just keep going towards it. Maybe it'll move by the time we get there.
Apparently someone can see me because they're asking where my mouth is.
Are you at the glory hole again? Oh, man. See, that's the kind of humor you can expect on the show, damn it. Oh, man, look at that. Oh, there's just a tree suspended above him. Oh, now they're getting hit by hail. You should hear the hail. The hail sounds lovely against the vehicle.
Oh yeah,
They're chasing this thing from the behind it. They're just following it, which has got to be the worst way to chase. I mean, maybe some people
it's
don't care.
horrible.
But, yeah, you're walking behind the damage path. It's look at the road. Like, yeah, this makes chasing fun. Let's, not only are we chasing this big deadly thing, we're gonna, have to avoid everything else on the road. So.
Well, the chat room is saying it's going back and forth between the storm footage and seeing you and me.
Oh well, it's probably because I did a part where I checked the views, and so it was just like.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, whatever. I mean, I don't care. I'm just giving you some feedback. 'Cause I know you're not in there. So.
Yeah. Maybe I should get in there. Well, I don't know if I want to get in there, especially since I'm the one streaming. All right.
Where the hell is James at? I'm about to have to bail out here in a minute.
Let's see. What did he say? He just told me he's beyond. Oh wait, he'll be on in 15 minutes, and that was about 15 minutes ago. So he should be on pretty soon. Skip. I wanted Skip to be on, but he's apparently driving. I guess he's on the road for some reason.
Yeah, you need to get back in the chat room because there are some interesting ideas for the show being thrown out there.
Okay, I'm gonna stop the screen share, and it'll be just you and me again. I know you please don't show my face, but that way I can check out what they're talking about.
It's okay. I'll make sure that you can see my mouth, so no one's like, "Where's his mouth at?"
Oh, okay. Oh, cool. Smock's watching. That's cool. Oh, that's who was asking you where your mouth is. Okay. I'm sorry, Nicholas. I didn't mean to mention June 17th, 2010. He's butthurt about it, and I wish he would talk about it because it would go really well with your worst bust, I'm sure. But him being from Minnesota, he didn't chase that day, so.
Well, I think that's a great idea for the show is to have segments that recur, like the moments where you have a panel of chasers talking about their most painful busts.
Yeah, because I mean, come on, guys, it is a part of chasing, and we do it a lot more than actually succeed. So.
Yeah. We're like baseball players. They hit 3 balls out of 10, and they're awesome. You got a 300 average. Woo!
Yeah. Well, those other 7 kind of hurt sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
So. Once James gets in, we'll get back to the footage. Unless you have to bail, Shane, then.
I'm just going to step out real quick and see what the situation is, and then I'll be right back.
I will try to.
Leaving you people in the capable hands of Marcus Diaz.
Okay. All right, so guys, the guys in the chat room, I'm directly talking with you guys right now. I'm in here, so I'm just not talking much. But if you have any suggestions, if there's been any bugs, please let me know because I don't know exactly for sure. Yes. What?
I'm on this way.
What is that?
Everywhere. It's that cough medicine. That's how much it's spilled out.
I've had that since last year. That's when I had bronchitis last year, wasn't it?
42 and 14.
I just thought that.
But it busted everywhere in the cabin.
It busted everywhere. Figures.
Yeah, you see?
Yes, I see it. Hey, I'm live. Anyway, sorry guys. I'll try to make sure that doesn't happen too much when we're actually doing the show. Try to get some private time. But yeah, if you guys got anything to say, let me know here. You can also just PM me in StormTrack or post in the thread I got in StormTrack about it. Remember, next episode should be January 4th. I'm not exactly sure on the time yet. We're going to be talking with Skip Talbot, Shane Adams, and Jeff Duda, and we're going to be talking about our first in chasing, between the first chase we ever had, the first chase vehicle, what else do we have? First tornado, first bus, first camera equipment failure, some crap like that. I don't know. We have a lot of firsts. We're also going to be talking about our 2014 season and how much it sucked because we all know everyone sucked. Unless you chased June in Nebraska, then you probably won. And then we're going to – okay, this is interesting because I want to get you guys' opinion on this. I want to do a 2015 prediction, end-of-the-year tornado count with all of our guests. We might have a nice little prize for whoever guessed the closest to what the actual tornado count was at the end of the year. Maybe it'll be a free steak at the Big Texan. I don't know. If y'all guys come by, if I still live in Amarillo, I might not live here anymore for the rest of the year. I don't know. But we'll do that because I think that'll be kind of fun. Just a lot of people. I'm getting a lot of back and forth. 2015 is going to be the same. 2014 is going to be El Nino, so it's going to blow up. I just wish it was El Nino so it does blow up. If that's true. Because I am tired of having to drive 4 hours to I-35 to see anything. And it's not a complaint because I'm not lazy. I'll still do it. But I just grow old going to I-70 and I-35 to see anything. I want to see something in literally my backyard because that'd just be awesome because I hate my neighbors. But and also the other neighbors it's just an abandoned property, so if a tornado could just split and roll right through my neighbor's house, that'd be cool. We've had a few chases in the Panhandle. Haven't been that great. There's been a couple of good setups though, so. Hold on. Let me check my text because this is very professional. Oh, great. Well, James will be on, but James Gostino, but it sounds like his Wi-Fi is struggling, so this might not be easy for him. Let me see if I can add him in here. Hold on. Give me a second so I can see if I can add him. Don't worry, Jeff. I know you're not going to get this for another couple minutes, but I will return. Me and James will be on. We'll be doing some more footage. I think Shane will be back pretty soon. We'll keep going. We're just kind of getting people in and out. By the way, let me know how my new headset sounds. Razer Krakens. They sound awesome. I don't know if it sounds awesome the other way, though. So, alright. Okay. And please forgive me, I'm still learning Google Hangouts. It's not that hard to learn, but I gotta just remember where everything's at. Okay. I'm gonna definitely work on not having so much dead time on the air because that's very unprofessional. It's tough when I'm all by myself. I need someone to bounce stuff off to. So, and you guys in the chat room are like 2 minutes behind what I'm saying, so it doesn't really help. Well, we'll get back to the old tornado footage. Let's see if we can find something kind of new. Let me see. You could always watch the LEF5 tornado from Canada because that wasn't the most ridiculous tornado ever. No, it really wasn't, but it was still a very amazing tornado to watch. Yeah, no, I wanted to get Shane in on the tornado footage from the Dallas Metro that we had a couple of years ago. That's always some good stuff. But, all right, let me screen share this so everyone can see. So y'all can stop looking at my dumb, ugly face. All right, here we go. I think this is the footage that has everything, and it looks like it's. I think it's really funny. Are you back, Shane?
Yeah, I'm back. I'm going to replenish my glass. I'll be right back.
All right. I think it's really funny. I tell people that tornadoes happen quite often in Canada, and they just don't believe me. I told people that I chase up to North Dakota, and they're like, "Ooh, I didn't know anything happened up there." I was like, "Well, yeah, they do. They happen in Canada," and then that's when their mind just gets totally blown out. So, look at this little thing. Look at this little funnel, and just watch what it becomes down the road because this is crazy. I've seen many funnels like that, and I've never seen them do what they do after this. See right there, that looks exactly like May 23rd, 2011, in the Wichita Mountains, where they had that horizontal funnel rolling around. Oh, that guy just did that.
Good.
He just said on the video, he goes, oh.
I don't have any audio. I don't have any audio on the video.
Yeah, it's
That's cool. Get out of the way, dude.
playing through me. So yeah, get out of the way. Come
dude.
on, man.
Yeah,
Give me my shot.
It's a little weak ass fucking pinky finger tornado that's barely on the ground. No one's gonna die. Get out of the fucking way.
Well, actually, it's changed. It's the F5 tornado in Manitoba back in 07. So what I was saying.
Still, people might die, but get out of the way. Still. Fuck.
Yeah. Well, what I was saying is, you saw how small that funnel was. I've seen so many tiny funnels like that. I have never seen. Oh my God, dude, get out of the shot! God, just someone kick him in the ass, get him out of the way. All right, there we go. But I've never seen a tiny funnel like what this started out to be become just a tight, violent little tube.
I've seen it happen. Not to that degree, but I've seen it.
Yeah.
Mulvane was like that.
Yeah, that looks like Mulvane right there. Just a snaky little tube. I mean, that looks just like it. Golly, look at that. It's just such a tiny little. It had to have like crashed up into the boundary when it got that strong. And the only reason this tornado probably wasn't a wedge was because the moisture just wasn't there to make it a wedge. This looks like
people have no clue I'm bringing.
Wilkins County, Minnesota tornado back in August of 2010.
That looked like Tracy, Minnesota, 1967.
It also looks like, well, if it wasn't so curved and it was more straight, it would look like the Arnett, Oklahoma tornado back in, what was it, May 4th, 07?
Yeah. It wasn't so transparent. Actually, it looks like El Reno in 2006, the anticyclonic one.
Oh, now
there it is
like
again right there, dude. Look at that outer shell decaying, revealing an inner shell. There are two different levels of vortices there that are perfectly set into the vertical.
It's like the Canadian version of Campo right here.
Yeah, I'm telling you, you get a horizontal influence on something like that, and boom, there's where you get a multi-vortex right there. I mean, you're seeing nature. If you stop and think and use your eyes, nature. That's why I don't think about stuff. That's why I don't do like a lot of these guys that like look at equations and formulate models and all this crap. I look at the damn tornado, and the tornado tells me what it is.
He's just like, I don't understand it. It's not even moving. I don't get it. I'm like, well, obviously you don't get it. Then.
Is it getting bigger, dude? Because it's coming at you if it is.
I don't know if this is the footage that I think it is. There's that footage where it shows it just obliterating that. No, I don't care. See, turn your annotations off.
It's like a grain factory or something.
Yeah, well, it was like a cement factory where it was just getting obliterated. I don't know if this is actually.
You look at something like this. You look at this, and that tornado, that area of violent, like off the scale, just once in a lifetime violent rotation is so small.
I'm gonna change.
And you look at the surrounding environment, and the clouds are barely moving.
I know it's just. I just remember it was LA, Manitoba. This is the day. I don't remember which. Oh, there it is.
An example of synergy.
There it is, all mulvaned out again.
Yeah.
Right. Wait a minute. That's the way everyone should start chasing. Just stand in the back of your pickup. Damn train, I'm just going to look right over it. Look at these guys. They're like Amish people.
Except that they shower. When I first started chasing, I chased with a guy who every time we would stop, I had a pickup. He would jump in the back of the bed of my pickup, and there'd be lightning flying all around. And he would just stand there and be all proud and hold the camera. And I'm like, dude, if you get struck and you fall out of the pickup, I'm going to roll you into a ditch and I'm going to keep on going.
This is the.
He would not heed my warning.
They're all speaking French, by the way. Just so everyone knows, if you hear the audio, they're all speaking French. But right there, that's a cement factory. And this tornado literally does not move for like the next 10 minutes. It just sits in that spot and it gets bigger and stronger. And you will be able
Yeah,
to, I
it
don't know if you'll
grinds
be able to
away.
see how, yeah. I don't know if you'll be able to see how violent it gets, but it gets really strong.
And you brought up an interesting topic when you said it just sits in one spot, because this tornado sits in one spot and grinds away, and it's an F5, and everyone's like, yep, F5, holy crap. But Jarrell, Texas, that thing sat in one spot and ground out a whole neighborhood, killed 27 people. And a lot of scientists / meteorologists were critical of the F5 rating because they said it was probably only an F3 wind-wise, but it moved so slow it just ground everything down. I'm like, well, if the F scale is a damage scale, then what's the argument? You know?
You know, Jarrell really scares me in the intensity that storm was because, you know, there's stories of that tornado was sucking people out of basements, you know.
Oh, yeah. Well, here's the deal. I read the outlook on the morning of May 31st, 2013 for the El Reno area. And they used a term in that outlook that was invented after Gerald happened, because of Gerald. The term is distinct propagation, which involves a situation with a stationary boundary, extreme instability, and just enough shear to make things interesting. And that's why I was so confused why so many chasers treated May 31st, 2013 like any other high-risk day. It's like if you looked at the data and you read the outlook from SPC, you know that if a tornado happens, it's going to do things that you don't see every day, and most of you young guys, have never seen. But, whatever. That's another episode.
Going to town on this cement plant. And I'm sure everyone just saw that. The tornado started off to the right of this plant, then it kind of slowly drifted behind it, and now it's slowly going back the other way, and I think it comes actually back over the right side of the plant. So, I mean, not only was this tornado not going anywhere, it just kept, like, skidding over the same, like, probably like the same half-mile stretch of land. It just kept skidding right over it.
Yeah, I mean, and most of these guys were just, like, out for a Sunday drive, and, hey, look. That's what makes
I'm sure a lot of people don't, yeah, this is interesting. Yeah, look at this. Cars were going, and the only other time I saw that was on El Reno, where people were driving on the wrong side of I-40, trying to go the other way. So
I saw people do it at Rice.
if you ever watch, I'm sure a lot of people watch Daniel Shaw's footage of El Reno, but yeah, you just see. I mean, he's doing like 70 probably through the rain, and there's people on the other side of the interstate, the wrong side of the interstate, doing just as fast as he was.
I was more concerned with the truck that ran into him.
Look at this thing, just sits in that same spot, and it's just the violent nature of that thing. Campo Part 2, of course. Actually, this is Campo pre-sequel thing, because this happened 3 years before, but...
Reminds me of Manchester, South Dakota in 2003.
Yeah. Started off or ended up like that, huh? Okay, I know this tornado goes right back to that cement plant. It's just like, you know what? I didn't do enough damage to that plant. I'm going to go back over there. And it does.
Oh, yeah. It destroys the shit out of it. I mean, the crap out of it. Shit's better than F, though. I've only done 5 cuss words in an hour. That's pretty impressive for me.
Wow.
Especially considering I'm having alcohol that no one has guessed correctly yet. Not even close.
Purple drink? It must be like some wine. Is it wine?
Yes.
Look at that. I haven't had alcohol in 4 years and I knew that.
That's why you're the host and I'm a guest.
Oh, man. If there are any groundhogs in that piece of property, they are no longer groundhogs of that property.
They are air hogs.
Yeah.
Probably dead air hogs.
Here it goes. Goes right back to the cement plant. Like, you know what? I'm just gonna mess this thing up.
Oh yeah, this right here is devastating.
Yeah, this is crazy.
But if you pull back above it,
Look at that right there.
Yeah, it's
That
devastating.
is a freaking car that gets tossed to the right.
Oh yeah, we've seen that before. The Pampa, Texas tornado, June 8th, 1995. Are you kidding me?
Yep.
Whew.
That one is crazy because you see like tractor trailers getting tossed, really far. And, yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, the April 3rd, 2012, the Manchester, Texas tornado, throwing
Yeah.
Snyder trailers around like they're Tonka toys. And the thing about that is when they're airborne, they're not damaged. That means they were whipped right off the ground straight up. They weren't even rolled first. That's impressive.
Yeah. They were held structurally until they
Yeah, I mean
landed.
they were picked up from a resting position. They were taken straight up.
If there were any
Oh,
hobos
man.
sleeping in those trailers, they went for a wild ride before coming down.
Yeah, you were probably okay in the air until they crashed down and just.
Yep, flattened.
I mean, I drive by that yard probably 4 or 5 times every couple of months because we work out that way. And it's like, wow.
That is a crazy tornado, man.
Yeah, that's something you don't want to be near.
It's a small, tight tornado that doesn't go very far.
Those are sometimes the worst ones.
All right, let's see this. Okay, May 3rd, 95. Never seen before footage. Let's see if we've seen this before.
Oliver Smith.
Never heard of him.
I don't know who this is.
I've never heard of him, so might have been just a local guy that suddenly decided he's going to chase that one day or something.
Oliver in Oklahoma. And that sounds like a vacationer from like overseas to me, but I don't know anything.
Oh, bloody hell,
Where the
chat.
hell is James?
Oh, James, he's having problems with his internet. Apparently they had a power outage last night, and he said it may have screwed up his router, so he's kind of working on that right now.
All right. Well, I can't give him crap then.
Do what? Oh.
I can't give him crap then.
Yeah, he's trying. He's working on it. I sent him a link to get in on this, so. Now,
Anyone can get in on this that has if you have a YouTube account and you're on Google, you can get in on this.
I'll tell you what, I'll go ahead and post a link after this footage. I'll post a link to get in on this conversation. If you have a webcam or just a mic, you can get in on this.
Yeah.
And talk to us,
Because there may be a lot of people that have cams that have great insight. Because most of the videos you've shown, I know stories about them.
I'm gonna go ahead and do that right now.
Just because I'm old and I've been around,
Stop sharing. All right, we're going back to our ugly faces. All right, so suggestion to watch the Gerald footage again. I think I saw that the other day. There's like a whole compilation of Gerald stuff. All right. Okay, I got the link in the chat room, so we'll go back to this. Sorry if I keep rubbing my nose, folks.
Oh, dude, I'm not even watching. I'm in the chat right now.
Well, there's people watching us right now. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm trying to remember not to dig a booger or
Yeah.
I thought we were watching footage, so I didn't know. Hi, everybody. How you doing?
Well, what's even? I had a cat that was like clawing at the tornado earlier, and I was just like, oh, get down,
Maybe I'll have a segment on the DCS show. Be just that drink. I don't know. Getting ideas from what I see in the chat room. There's some great ideas in the chat room.
I have not. I'm sorry, guys. I'm watching footage, so.
No, they said basically you should have a thing where you watch other chasers' video and critique it over the top of it. That's awesome.
Okay. The main page on YouTube does not have a link to the YouTube. Wait, it doesn't have a link to the live podcast. That's Jeff Hawkins talking. I don't know what you're talking about. I guess you're trying to say that my YouTube page does not have a link to get in on it, and I think that's kind of on purpose. But maybe I should. Maybe you think I should post this on the channel that we're streaming on?
Yeah. I don't really know. I'm cheering you on. Yeah. This is cool. So.
Okay. Well, let me.
I've only done my own thing where I plug into YouTube, Google, and just go and talk. I don't know how to do other things, so
Yeah.
I'm learning. I'm learning with you, buddy.
All right.
But this is
Hey, you
cool.
know
I
what's
like this. This is fun.
we call this the ghost train, which is great because there's going to be so many train wrecks during all this crap.
That's why I hoped you'd pick that, because it's got so many meanings. There's so many levels there.
Yeah. I was gonna
And the ghost thing is you're going to have a lot of chasers on there that nobody knows about, but they will after they're on the show.
Yeah, there we go. There was I don't know if you've heard of Fiverr.com, but you can pretty much go to this website and pay $5 to get whatever you want. Like, if you want someone to design your tattoos or whatever, which I got this one design on there. But I was thinking about going on there and seeing if someone can make me a really cool logo for the channel or something. So I don't see, the problem is I don't know how to use YouTube as a means to spread out a link or whatever. I just usually watch it or use it to watch videos.
That's okay. We'll learn together.
Oh crap! You know what? I just totally forgot that there's a chat room on the stream itself. So let me pull that up because maybe there's something we could.
Well, some of the ST chatters have said they enjoy the ST chat watching this show mix. So just throwing that out there too. I mean, dude, I'm telling you, I've watched a lot of episodes of Weather Brains, and this is Weather Brains for chasers, which I think is more interesting than Weather Brains.
Hopefully, I'll get some weird feedback.
More personality.
Okay. Okay. See, I don't even know where to find the damn chat. This is the first trainer right here. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, I'm totally streaming this on the wrong channel. I have 2 channels for my email account, and I totally. Oh well. We'll fix this next time, guys.
Which one are you streaming it to?
My actual, my name on it.
So, instead of the Ghost Train.
Yeah.
Well, the notification I saw earlier though, when you went to invite me, it said Ghost Train is doing the live chat. It didn't say Marcus Diaz. It said Ghost Train.
I don't know.
So I don't know.
Okay, anyone in the chat room, if you want to be a part of this, there should be a link right there on the video itself if you want to be a part of the conversation. That's directly to the actual Hangout session. I don't know. I know there's supposed to be a YouTube, chat room integration that I just have yet to figure out. So.
Yeah, this is a really good tool we're doing here. Marcus has done something here, guys. I mean, I know you guys are in the chat room watching. This is cool. It's really easy to do what I do at Dead Chaser Society, which is decide that you have an opinion and you want to share it and blow off steam, and you just go, okay, I want an account, hit record. You just sit there and bitch for 20 minutes on camera, and then you stop, and everything's done for you. Trying to do something that's integrated into a forum that has been around for years, has a lot of history, and you're trying to integrate different personalities into that, like Marcus is trying to do. This is a chore, but it's easy to succeed. We just need people to get on board. So, man, I mean, really, if you guys like what you're seeing between the two of us, wait till James gets here. Wait till a couple of the other guests get on, and we all get together, and that potpourri, that melting pot is going to be awesome. So support this. Support it by being a part of it.
Yeah, I've actually been able to chat with James before all this, and and I'm sure you guys seen him on Stormtrap. He's got very educational posts. He's got a lot of education to bring to it, but he's also got a pretty cool personality. He's a pretty cool guy. I think we'll work well together. I think what really helps is that he reminds me of my old chase partner, which is Brady Kendrick. And he's a young guy. He just went to OU. He's been at OU for I think a year now, but he reminds me just of him. He looks just like him. He sounds just like him. So I'm like, oh yeah, I'm right at home with this guy. So, and of course I've been chatting with Skip. Skip's awesome to chat with. So I'm sure you guys will enjoy it when Skip jumps on and becomes a part of it. Also,
Oh,
I'm really
yeah.
sorry
It's
if
gonna
the
be cool. I
camera,
can't wait.
my camera's shaking around. I have a really crappy desk that I'm like working on, and it sucks. So. All right, so uh, Shane's probably been
Where the
watching
hell is
chat room more
James?
than I have. Dude, I don't know, man. He should be here pretty soon, I hope, but he'll be.
And
I'm sure he'll be
I want
around.
you to know, I'm not saying that like I'm holding you accountable. I'm holding James accountable.
Okay. Well, okay. I'm reading Jeff's post now. Let's see. I'll figure this out eventually. I'll figure it out to where it's what we need. Because
Oh,
yeah,
we
you're
get
right.
Jeff
I
on here.
don't.
Hell yeah.
Oh,
Hey,
is
do you
he?
mean to log off and let Jeff come on and I'll just watch? You want to do that?
I don't. You can stay on. I don't care, Shane. It's up to you.
Well, I mean, if me being on here is keeping him from coming on, I'll jump off and he can jump on.
Well, you know what it is? I think I need to add Jeff to my Google Plus, and then from there I can probably add him in, no problem. Because I know this
Okay, let's do that.
Hangouts should be able to hold several people for a video conversation, so I think we'll be all right. So Jeff, whoa! Look at Wesley's online. Holy crap!
Holy shit. Get his ass in here.
He has a baby, so I don't know if he'll be able to actually talk with us. But
Oh, babies. I love babies because they're people and people are nice, but they destroy chasing.
well, don't tell Wesley that because he just had his kid last year. So, but
No, of course I'm joking. My opinions only apply to me. Regular people should have babies because babies are lovely creatures. People. You know what I mean? I think we need to get some new people in here so I can.
You're fine, dude. I think it's fun having you on. So,
Just for future reference, when I'm actually on a legitimate broadcast, I will have a red Solo cup. So, no worries.
oh, there you go. Keep it anonymous. There you go. Hey, whenever you're on, you can keep it on. Whoever guesses your drink will be like, I don't know.
I will send them a free video. Anyone who can guess my drink in a red Solo cup during the broadcast, I will send them a free DVD of their choice.
Wow, now that's cool.
I'm doing that gimmick, so hopefully people will watch the damn show, and then after about like 2 shows, they'll be like, screw the DVD and fuck Shane Adams, let's watch this show because it's awesome. That's the plan. Oh
Yeah.
my God, sorry, that's 7 F-bombs. I'm sorry.
So, when you were gone, I don't know what you were doing, jerking or whatever. I was telling everyone that was watching that I think for
Are
every
you talking
guest
to
we
me?
have on. Yeah, I'm talking to you.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm talking to somebody else.
No, I'm talking to you.
I'm back.
Sorry, I had it on the chat room. For every guest that we have, I want to do an actual 2015 prediction on the number of tornadoes, and whoever guesses the closest at the end of the year, we can. I don't know. I'll buy them a steak when they come to Amarillo if they ever show up or something.
Do you mean like the United States total reports or actual confirmation?
Well, the U.S. reports that the WCN page shows at SPC. You know how they do end of the year count of tornadoes for every year. So.
Okay, I'll give you a number right now.
Okay, this is official. Everyone, remember this is on record.
Here's my guess. This is my actual this time next year when they actually get the actual count going in 2016. I'm going to say the 2015 total officially logged tornadoes will be 1,143. 1143.
Wow, that would be a great season. That's up there with the number of tornadoes for the 2011 season. So.
There you go.
Everyone want to see my Christmas tree over here? It's so pink and blue and not colors that I would normally associate with. Anyway. Alright, so I don't know where James is at. We got the chat room going. I can't figure out how to be a part of the chat room in the actual stream. Maybe someone else has to watch it and I'm not allowed to watch it or something. I don't know.
No, dude. I'm not in the Google chat room. I'm on the Stormtrack chat room. I just have 2 different windows open.
Well, yeah. Well, I'm watching it on YouTube. YouTube should have its own chat room.
Oh, really? I thought the YouTube chat room was basically just the comment section.
No, because I've seen some live streams from Chases this year, and there's usually a chat room up on the right side. I don't know
Really?
where to get that from.
Huh.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Nope, hold on. Maybe that's actually something I have to add in or something. By the
Yeah,
way,
again,
Shane, we have killed.
Wesley's talking about being in the garage with his computer. He needs to get his ass in here.
No, he's talking. I think when he said yeah, they do. I'm pretty sure he's talking about the kids ruining chasing, like you were saying. I feel sorry for the guy because, man, I don't know how many times me and him were going to go chase this year, but he's like, I don't know, man. I might have to come home to the kid. And I'm like, Wesley, come on. And, gas was $3.50 a
That's a
gallon.
huge deal.
Expensive.
That's a big deal because even more than the parents, even more than Wesley, because he has a child, his partners suffer because his partners are at the whim of mother and child. What's going to happen? And that's a big deal. That's a big issue. That's a good show. That's a show. Something. You know what? I'm going to do a show on that next year.
We'll bring Wesley on that one too. So Wesley, you're going to be on for the busts because you're just amazing at busting. Because I've chased with you before. We busted pretty hard, and then we'll do an episode about how kids affects chasing because I think that's very important. I don't think a lot of people really know how much having a kid really affects the actual chasing.
It does.
So.
I'll tell you one thing though. There's a new name at the top of my shit list.
Oh yeah.
James Justina.
Yeah, we'll give him shit when he gets in there.
Dude, I mean, it's 2014, almost 2015. Dude, email, text, something. Let us know you're not going to be here. Come on, man. You having a kid?
I've been texting him. I mean, he's just he's having issues. He's having technical issues.
He's having technical problems, and I'll give him a free pass. I'm just giving him shit because it's entertaining for people to watch. I think maybe or not.
I'm gonna text him right now and tell him that he is now on your shit list.
You win the first contest, guessing what I drink, because you're the only person that said wine.
All right, so I get a free Shane Adams DVD. I'm happy.
Yep, pick which one you want.
All right, I'll have to. Well, let's see.
Yeah, it's the website. There's 7 of them. They're all pretty crappy. So just pick one.
So tell me this. Tell me Tell me what year was your shining moment or your year that you can put at the top.
You want love. You want love. You want love. Go to my website. Look at the DVD page. Just you want love. That's the one you want. It's awesome.
Pardon me, folks. I've been trying to type this text out for about 2 minutes now.
Do you have a rocking chair?
I do. It's actually a computer chair, and it rocks back. So I just bought it. I bought so much stuff just to get this podcast going. I bought a brand new chair from Office Depot. I bought a brand new Logitech 720p HD webcam for this. I have bought. Well, I didn't buy this headset. I actually wished them for Christmas, and Santa thought I was a good boy, so I got me one. All right. Well, Shane, I guess should we get back to some footage, or what's up?
Yep, we're gonna get back some footage, and I am trying to hold on so you get another co-host in here.
I know.
No. Granted, I have a lot of wine left, so I'm good. So I've got a big giant bottle of wine left, so I'm good for a while. Matter of fact, while you're getting the footage up, I'm gonna go ahead and pour my wine.
I think bonus points. I think you should give one DVD of your entire collection to anybody that can guess what exact wine you're drinking.
I showed the bottle earlier, but no one's paying attention.
Oh, see? If you're paying attention, you can get 7 Storm Chasing DVDs.
No. I'm not sending all of them, just one. You got to choose one.
I told them to send them the whole collection, man. Screw it.
I'll tell you what, let's do this. We'll figure out something down the road. let's get through the first couple episodes. I mean, the first episode, and you guys get the show going, and then I'll come back on and we'll do some kind of stupid contest for the winner. I'll give them all 7. I'll give them the whole box set for free.
Wow, a whole box set.
I'll do anything to promote. I'll do anything to promote this show.
Well, that's really good to hear, Shane. You know, I'm glad we've been getting some support in the forum too. So, any of you guys in the chat room, if y'all want to throw this link up to YouTube, I'll put it in the chat room again. Just share it to your Facebook. Tell them to come in and tell us how horrible we are, and I wouldn't really give a shit anyway. So, whatever they want to do. We just need exposure right now.
No, let's do that. Let's do some gimmicks. I mean, my name is not like really like high. What's the word I'm looking for? I'm not like high commodity, but it might be enough to bring people in to start building the audience. I would say have Reed give away his videos, but he's not going to give shit away for free. Oh, sorry. My bad. I'm sorry. I made it the DCS show. I am so sorry. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, Reed. If you're watching, Reed, please do not sue us.
Edit that out. I'm sorry.
Okay.
This is like the best wine in the world.
That's good. As long as it's a good wine.
It's my favorite wine ever. You ever heard of Pappas Brothers Restaurant in Dallas?
No, I haven't.
It's like a 5-star. I mean, literally 15 years ago, 99 turning into 2000, like, oh, the computers are going to die, the world's going to end. What was it, Y2K? That New Year's Eve, my boss's brother, who was like rolling in dough at the time, took us there to eat for New Year's. And to give you an idea how swanky this restaurant was, the bottle of wine that we ordered was $150. The plates were $85 a piece, and the New York Giants, who were in town to play the Cowboys that weekend, sat next to us. So it was pretty amazing.
Sweet.
And this wine holds up to that $150 wine.
All right. So let's get back to this footage. Man, you know, the first thing that Kenneth recommended was Twister Fury on the Plains Part 404. Oh, okay, so here, I'll get this footage up, because I've never seen this before, and I'm sure, I don't know if you have, but May 13th, 1980, raw footage of the Kalamazoo, Michigan tornado. I got that set up, so let me screen share so everyone can stop looking at us. I'm glad I figured out the screen share, man. Me and James were having a hell of a time trying to figure it out. I finally figured it out. Yay me. So, all right. This is on Blake Neptol's channel, so I've never seen this before. This is new to me. The lady's like, the wind's picking up.
I see you.
Oh, you see me?
Yeah.
Oh, man, what did I do? I done messed it. Oh, hold on. Here's why.
I mean, it's not horrible. You're just like back enjoying shit, like laughing and stuff.
There we go.
There you go. Okay.
Okay.
There it is.
Sweet. Is that an Amco gas station? Man, this is old.
Could be.
This guy driving on the wrong side of the road, look like. Oh, it's a one-way. Duh.
God damn it.
Oh, you can see back there. You can see that rounded base out there. So there's something coming.
My shit is locked up. I'm dead.
Oh. Is it the video that's locked up?
It's my hope. I hear you, but I mean my cursor works, but I've got like no.
Okay, I'm gonna pause because I don't want you to move.
No. Keep on going. I'll catch up later.
Okay.
I think I've actually seen this one before because I love the old stuff.
Oh, well, crap. I stopped sharing. I see you. Your video's fine.
Really, I'm about to die. So I'll see you on the other side because I'm about to get killed because I got nothing on my end.
All right, I'll commentate this and I'll see if you get back on later if you get to come on. There's not much going on anyway. We're just looking at some clouds behind a tree, it looks like. There's some afros. Yep, we're back in 1980. There's a funnel now coming over. Yep, there it is, everybody. Get in your gremlin and leave. Watch your language, lady. She dropped the S-bomb. Yep, that is a tornado. I know you guys can't hear it, but everyone's just like, oh, there it is. There's a tornado. That's a tornado. Up there's a tornado. Yep, yes, yeah, indeed. Oh, yep, it's in. They're confused if it's hitting the ground or not, but I'm pretty sure that dirt and debris kind of gives it away. They're like, we better run or something. No shit, huh? That's coming right at them. Come on, idiots. We gotta go. But first, let me watch this some more. What is going on with that lens? Someone needs to clean their damn lens off. Seriously. Where is it? It's right behind you guys. I think the rest of this footage is inside of the restaurant. They're blown away that there's a tornado. So, and God, I can't watch anymore of that because of the damn screen there. All right, did we lose Shane? I think we lost Shane. Let me stop sharing real quick so you can see me. I'm gonna see if I can pick Shane back up. Yeah, Shane's gone. Like I said, guys, this is not an actual episode because I don't have my co-host here, who should be on shortly, and I don't have my 3 guests. So, excuse me. I don't remember. Someone typed in the chat room what Shane's prediction was. I think it was like 11:43 for a 2015 count of tornadoes. Well, because we're going to hold him to it. Trust me. That's his official word. Shane is no longer online. And James is no longer online. So you guys are stuck with me. Okay. So, you guys in the chat room, make sure you let me know how good or bad this is going. You can, I'm sure you guys had so many suggestions, and I haven't been watching, obviously, because I'm over here watching tornado footage. But shoot me a PM on the Storm Track forum. Let me know what I can do better or what I'm doing good enough. Yeah, you know what? Let's do it. Let's just keep watching some tornado footage. I've got nowhere to be tomorrow, so whatever. Oh, ooh, the Grand Island, Nebraska tornado. That seems like a good one. There's also the April 10th of '79, Wichita Falls. I've not seen that. Oh, I'm seeing footage, but I don't know if that's the footage I'm wanting to watch. Let's go back. Let's go back at that Grand Island footage. That was March 13th. That was, I'm pretty sure, the big day. Pretty much across the whole plains. Heston, Kansas happened that day. Which that on itself is a pretty crazy tornado. A lot of destruction footage there. So, God, I wish you guys could hear. I'm gonna try to figure it out. I'm gonna try to figure out how to get the audio from these videos to actually show. Hold my beer. Chugging away. Yep. Screw it. The end is here. Let's just chug a beer. Yeah, they're over here like taking a family picture according to the audio. All this is going on. Oh yeah. We're in Nebraska, all right? Look at all these rednecks. Yep. What did I tell you? Family picture. The lost art form of family picture with devastation going on in the background. Such a classic move. Anyone guess what he's drinking? Almost looks like a Coors can. Look, oh man, look at them mullets. I just noticed the mullets. Yeah, we're definitely 1990. By the way, the commentary, they're like, this thing's definitely only a mile away. No, that's way more than a mile. Yeah. Here's a baby girl crying because she's terrified. But we're going to stay here and film 10 more minutes of this tornado, just so you know, little girl. Oh, crap. Hopefully I don't see all this crap on the side. There's a lot of great footage of this day on YouTube just floating around, just so you guys know. I got an idea. I'm going to bring up the chat room on my phone so I can talk to you guys while I'm doing this. So. To Jeff Hawkins, yes, I probably could. I think the plan is to showcase these live on YouTube, and then Hangout should save the live show in a certain format that you can upload it to YouTube. At least that's what I've learned, so it should be pretty easy. Okay. No, Mike Tobin, I am not going to open the show with Bon Jovi. That's not happening. For one, I am not a fan of Bon Jovi. And two, we are not going to copy the Discovery Channel. Little sub-vortices on that thing. Nice, nice. Multiple vortex. Not fully condensed, so moisture probably wasn't a big role in this tornado. I mean, it was, but probably wasn't a very saturated day, especially for, mid-March. All right. Give me guys a second. I'm going to add Shane back in. I'm going to pause this. And then I'm going to go here. What is it? And I think I just do this. Yeah. Put your ass in here, Shane. So. Wesley, I actually had a pretty good suggestion Yeah, it's not so much metal. Well, I don't know. You know what? I could probably find a good metal uh, uh, song that's probably just instrumental because I mean, no one really wants to hear the lyrics. But there's a couple of like electronic type music that I could probably use for a intro. You know me, I have a pretty big selection of music, and I'm just rolling away here. So hopefully Shane jumps in here. Soji's online, so he should be back in pretty soon. For now, we'll keep watching this. It's just swirling. Well, yeah, that's kind of what tornadoes do, brother. Yeah, thumbs up, dude. You didn't die. You know, it's always funny that you watch these old footage of like, people out in the country, and the first thing they say is like, "Oh, well, it hit so and so's house," or "Man, it might get so and so's house." Like everybody knows everybody in this area, so that's cool though. It's really good neighborly type of way of life, I suppose. Shane, are you back in here yet?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what video I'm watching.
Oh, this is from the very big outbreak of March 13th, 1990.
90, yeah. Yeah.
I was just saying there is a lot of good footage from this day, especially man, that Heston, Kansas footage is it's impressive. I mean, I know it's
It's good.
devastating.
There was somewhere in Nebraska was a Grand Island where they had the multi-vortex tornado that was backlit, and they're like, "We lived to show it to anybody." And I think
Yeah,
the people that were I think the people that cleaned up the damage were cleaning up the damage in like 6 inches of snow.
yeah. I mean that's kind of crazy to think that in these early season setups that you can get these tornadoes one day and then 2 days later you're dumping snow.
Oh no 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 no! That's the way it's supposed to be. That's it though. I mean, it doesn't happen very often. It's like not only do you have tornadoes and then snow, you have an F5 tornado that hands off to another F5 tornado in the same shot, and then you have snow the next day. That is the atmosphere truly wringing itself out.
That's the true power of nature if it can pull something like that off successfully.
Yep.
You missed the first part of this footage, which is they're drinking a beer and they're all standing in front of it like they're taking a family portrait.
Nice.
Oh, man, that's so
There's
good.
1,000 other funny videos from this area.
Well, I forgot what this one is in. Oh, this is the Grand Island.
Oh, this is the Grand Island.
All these guys care about is getting pictures in front of it.
All these guys care about is getting pictures in front of it.
Oh yeah.
I just thought, okay, I forgot what day it was. That's not the one that last Buddy Texas tornado. It's some farmer's place. And
May 10th, 1991.
yeah, and it has the best commentary because this lady's like, "Oh, we're gonna get to the basement, we're gonna get to the basement," and this guy, he's just like, "Quiet down, Dana, we're full-grown men, we know what we're doing," or something like that. It's hilarious.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I'm assuming it's you and me and James isn't going to be here.
It's looking like that, so.
I have a hard time believing of all the people watching this that some of you don't have A, YouTube account, B, the ability to join, and C, the wherewithal to be like articulate on camera.
Trust me, I did not think I was going to be very good on camera. I forget this thing's even here. So.
Yeah, exactly, man. It's easy. It's amazing how people don't participate. I mean, this is like a reflection of the fucking forum.
Yeah. Speaking of
If this is going to be the way the forum is, then fuck it. Oh shit! Sorry.
Fuck it. Who cares?
I'm not the best like advocate of like come join our team and shit. Because I'm bad.
Oh well. You know what? If you can't handle cussing, like, A, you need to not watch my stuff, and B, you probably don't need to be chasing.
That is true. I mean, chasing. I mean, the no cussing is great for a whittled down video that's like all. What is that?
What is this again?
What
This
is
is
that?
like I'll tell you what it is. Peanut butter,
This is great video.
chocolate chip, and what?
Blondie. Blondie.
Blondie.
Is it brownie?
Like the singer? Yeah. Okay.
Is that good?
You guys are missing out.
Well, who handed you that? Are we missing out on them?
My girlfriend? Yeah, you missed out on her too.
Okay. Sorry, I thought I heard two women.
Bring that over here. I want to make them jealous. Look what you guys are missing out.
You gotta explain to me what's in it.
Okay, think of like a chocolate chip peanut butter cookie, but in brownie form.
Nice. Are there nuts in it?
No, hell no.
What?
Touch that. Take it.
Oh, fine. I'll take it then. Don't force it in my mouth. I'll just put it in there anyway. I know I'm an asshole.
He likes shit.
Can I have milk?
That was awesome. You get in trouble, dude. I
I
love
got
it.
one of these. Worth it though.
It might get me out of trouble if I tell my girlfriend that you got in trouble with yours. So I'm gonna go do that right now.
What am I gonna wash this down with? All she does is laugh maniacally.
That's awesome.
Is this good? Is this good? Podcast, by the way.
That's a great podcast. I think it's awesome. I'm a part of it.
Yeah, you're part of History Channel.
You should totally like do this and get some people on board with you who will show the up and help you.
Exactly. By the way, I don't. Never mind. Your footage is. Oh, you're getting a blank screen. I got milk.
Now I see you. I see you, dude.
How's it good? Everyone else will agree too. But we can't taste it.
Here's an idea for a show. Chaser tattoos.
Ooh. You like that one at least?
Yeah, I'm telling you. Oh shit, hang on. Damn it. You're making me get up.
Uh-oh. I only see black screen with you. So that's probably- Okay.
That's on the cover of my Whether You Like It or Not DVD.
Oh. I don't know about everyone else, but all I see is a black screen when you're talking.
Me?
Yes.
That's just my soul, my personality.
By the way, Mr. Hawkins, that is not just Toll House. That is all homemade.
Did he go Toll House on your ass?
He did, man. I'm a little insulted. You know what? You can.
Dude, don't go Toll House, man. You're not there. You don't know.
Trust me, man. Toll House ain't got shit on it. Can I help you?
Did someone like log in?
No. I was sure logged out.
I agree, Wilcox. You should be that guy. So get your shit together and log the fuck in.
Right?
I'll answer questions. Dude, I'll do a Q&A twice a year for 2 years. Whatever, I don't give a shit.
Yeah, I'm down with. Well, hell, I'm down with the Q&A every episode where everyone has questions for guests.
I just don't want to push people away from it because a lot of people don't like me.
I like you, Shane.
Well, I appreciate that. And you know what? Fuck what they don't. So we'll...
Yeah, exactly.
I'm telling you, I'll do the contest. I'll do the contest once a month. We have a contest, and like whoever answers the question correctly, I will send them a DVD of their choice for free every year every month for the life of the show. I'll do it every month. Send it to them on the 30th or the 31st of the month.
Well,
28th on fucking leap year.
You better make a lot of DVDs because I don't plan on leaving very soon.
It's only 12 a year.
One viewer, I'm still gonna do this.
Yeah, do it. I'll send it to them. I don't give a shit.
Cool.
I'm not selling them, so I gotta get rid of them. Fuck, I got a fucking closet full of shit I can't. It's taking up space.
Well, I'll let you know which one I want since I got the first one. Probably love, because if you say that's your shining moment, then I definitely want to see your shining moment.
I'm sending you love because you won it. You're the first one.
Oh well, that's sad.
Do you remember that thing you talked about with the wild, crazy tornado in Conway Springs, Kansas on May 29th?
Yes.
Okay. Love has that like personified, so that's why you're getting that one.
Can't wait, because
just give me your just send it seriously. You were there?
No. But it's one of my favorite tapes to watch.
Okay, all right. Send me your address, and I will send it to you. The whole video. You get that May 12th, March 27th, May 22nd, May 24th, and you get the Mulvaney Day too.
Man, that's like overdoing it for me.
Well, you let me be on your show, which is like, that takes a lot of balls because people don't like me, so.
You're going to be on episode 1, too. So, just remember that.
Oh, come on. Wilcox is typing bullshit in the chat room, but he won't join the Google Hangout.
Come on, Justin.
Come on, dude.
Right?
You would totally own me in the same room. You'd be like, you're an idiot and I'm an asshole and I'm awesome and you're shit. And I'd be like, you're right. But you got to do it. You got to try. Come on, Justin.
Yeah, Justin, come on. Well, I think he doesn't have it. That's why he's not getting on.
No, you can still type that shit ass. I'm in the chat room.
Oh. Well, we're like 2 minutes behind the chat room. The chat room is 2 minutes behind us.
Got it.
Yeah.
What? I don't even know what the hell he's talking about. What bullshit on what? I don't even know what the hell I said.
Oh, about not liking you.
Has he been in the chat room? I don't get it either, but I mean, I acknowledge it. Shit. That's why I want other people to come in here so we can take this in a different direction. You need people that you know that are like way mellower than me, so you guys can go in different directions and get a different vibe going on this thing.
Hey, good news. Justin just texted me, said be on shortly. Not Justin, James, sorry.
This is interesting. Here we go.
Uh-oh. Let's see. All right, while you're doing that, I'm going to look at some more footage.
Cool.
Man, there was a tornado in Lakia on March 3rd, 1990.
Yeah, I know. It's on the cover of Gary England's book that I had that he signed for me. And did you know he's dyslexic?
Really?
Yeah, he signed it Goob, G-O-O-B, luck. Goob luck. And I'm not doing that to be a dick. It's just that's just something that I have experienced because I started off in my chase career chasing for KWTV, and I knew I went to safety meetings, and I had field calls, like the old 3-watt bag phones back in the 90s. I had conversations with Gary England, KWTV Channel 9 Oklahoma City fame, because we happened to score a tornado in his viewing area, took it to the station. My partner took it to the station, and they're like, "Hey, fuck it, you guys should be storm trackers." So we applied and filled out the forms, and they let us be storm trackers. We didn't know shit. We didn't know a goddamn thing. But they let us be storm trackers because we gave them viewer minutes. We gave them fucking ratings. So
Look who just got in the chat.
It's Wilcox.
No, that's Christina.
That's Christina.
Oh, I don't see him yet. I'm not there yet. Bring your ass, James. Come on, I've been carrying you for a fucking hour and a half now. Come on. Not you, not you, Marcus. James. He was supposed to be you and him.
I know.
I was talking directly to James, going, dude, I've been here for an hour and a half doing your role. Get your ass in here, because people don't like me.
He just killed his camera and his mic.
Oh, come on, dude. He's killing his mic and his camera. He's killing my relationship.
All right, well, let's go ahead and about that.
This wine is delicious.
All right. You do have right?
Here's the cool part.
I
have a Subway BMT with salt and pepper toasted waiting for me.
Ooh. Okay. Back to courtesy.
Okay, yeah, there's another person in here. That's cool. I like that. 3 people is better than 2.
There we go.
Looks like a wall cloud. Looks like a tornado.
Oh, no, that's a nicely lit tornado. I don't think I've actually had a nice white tornado.
I have.
Alright, hey dudes, I'm gonna try my phone real quick because my computer's being fucking retarded. I'll be right back.
Okay.
James sounds cool. He should be on the show because he's got a cool voice.
He dropped the F-bomb way before you dropped the F-bomb.
Oh, if he drops an F-bomb, it's cool. He's got a cool voice.
Are you a little attracted to James?
You can't have a nerd on your show that's just angry all the time like me. You got to have some attributes. And James just has a cool voice, so.
So while Heston and everything was being destroyed, this was going on, huh? Or was this actually the start of the
guy? The fuck is this guy? Really? Who the fuck is this guy?
Oh, great.
Oh, now I get it. I got it. Cool. I'm in there. My cunt, it would be too long of a conversation. That's like Okita 2000 and like I mean, sorry, 1991 or some shit.
Yeah, this is
This is a
Wakita,
vortex. Yeah.
March 13th, 1980.
Oh yeah, this is on the cover of Gary England's book, Tornadoes, Turmoil, and Television.
That's a pretty tornado.
Yes, it is. I would take it any day.
Mm-hmm.
I would every time I see a tornado like that, I would give away 5 of my past delays for that tornado to be seen in one video. And I'm not kidding.
Look at that. That's almost like another Pipo Campo wasn't once upon a time.
That's a good point, though. Campo wasn't anything special. Campo was just 2010's version of Campo. You had Jim Leonard's 1999 Campo, which was fucking, Fort Cobb. We watched that earlier.
Yep.
1990, 9 years before that one, right there, we just saw it, Wakita.
Well, remember,
everything that's
2007,
awesome,
the early Manitoba tornado was like that too, at one point.
Oh, yeah. The point is, everything that's awesome today has already been done. So people that try to sell everything they do amazingly on, like today on originality are idiots.
Yeah, I mean, there definitely wasn't just one Pilger. There definitely wasn't just one Campo. They've all happened before.
But to the people of this day and age, Pilger never happened before. I've never seen 2 violent wedges at once. That's because you've been chasing 13 months.
I don't know why my mic was muted. Can you hear us, James?
James!
Maybe he has his mic up his butt or something.
It's a possibility. I don't know the guy personally, but I mean, at this age, I don't bully by it. I don't look past anybody. James could totally be a microphone whore. I don't know.
Oh man, look at the chat room. Everyone's changing their name. Man, what is James doing? I swear.
I like Jeff Hawkins. You're showing.
James is streaming the stream on the like some Inception shit. Yes, he can actually hear you. All I hear is thumping of the keyboard. Supposedly, oh yeah, there is a fucking stream. There we go. Anyone in the stream wants to come in here and check out the chat if you want.
Uh-oh.
What's going on?
I can't figure out why the hell I can't hear you guys.
Hey, what's up,
Did you
Gene?
mute it? Oh, he can't hear us.
No, he can't.
Real hard thumping going on. Nope, nope. No, Jeff, I didn't have to take a pee, man. I'm 26 years, almost 26 years old. My bladder's just fine. Did you hear my question, Shane?
No, I didn't. I'm sorry. Hang on. I may be going out of the chat room here. Hang on. What the fuck is this shit? What
Hey,
in
skip line.
the God? Yeah, hang on. Give me a second to get back in there. Fucking bullshit. Well, god damn it. Where the hell is it?
Okay, that's fine.
Oh, cool. Skip's here. He can do it now.
Let me see if he's even going to be able to. Well, I'll talk to him in a minute.
Hello.
You hear me? Hello?
Hello. I hear ya.
Oh, it's Skip.
Getting some wicked echo though.
I bet it's from Shane.
No, it's not.
I wonder who's echoing. Oh, now we gotta guess what Skip's drinking.
How many fucking people do we have now? 5? Who's
Yeah, who
the
else?
5th guy?
Oh, Wesley joined in.
Sweet. Cool. Talking about out, right?
That's the last time I put down on there.
Yeah, someone's echoing pretty bad though.
Let's see if it's me.
Never fall off that.
Okay, Skip's out. Or not Skip. Shane's out. Yeah, it is. It was him. Oh. What's up, Wesley? You just couldn't resist, could you? You had to get in. By the way, guys, that you just came in, there is a chat room feature. So if you can't talk, there's a chat. I think if you go to the top left, there should be something like a little text box, and that should be all you need. All right. I guess it was Shane that was echoing really bad, so. Oh, let's see. Okay. So what are you doing, Wes? Trying to figure out that. Yeah, I know.
Alright,
I
I'm
think
going to try
you
my
have
Android
settings.
real quick. Hopefully this works better.
Well, we can hear you now, at least. There's that little settings things at the top there, Wes. That might be able to do your mic settings through there if that helps. Well, let's see, guys. We've been on live for, I don't know, probably like almost 2 hours now. Me and Shane have been kind of riffing for the last 2 hours. Here, can you hear me all right, Skip? And everything?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Do we need like a headphone or microphone to prevent that echo?
I think it was Shane. He said he was on an old laptop, and it was just echoing pretty bad, but he said when he does come on the show, he's going to use his kind of professional equipment. So I think we shouldn't have that issue again. But we've just been kind of watching old tornado footage from like the 90s and stuff and just kind of talking about them. I know Shane, he's been kind of wanting to get off and just watch it for a little bit, so. At 2 hours and 9 minutes.
Who's all in the chase? See Wesley? Who's Cincy chase?
The guy, that it would be James Gastino. He's having mic camera issues right now, so.
Cool.
So just before you got on, I guess, we were talking about how, everyone kind of talks about groundbreaking or once-in-a-lifetime type tornadoes, when in reality, we've probably seen something like that in the past, just hasn't been widely seen,
Yeah.
Great example, we're watching this footage from Wakita in March 13th of 1990, very, very similar tornado to Campo. And I mean, we saw, what else did we see? The LA Manitoba tornado of 2007 looked just like Campo. And I don't remember what the other one was we watched. Oh, the Fort Cobb tornado on May 3rd, 1999 looked just like Campo. So, there's a lot of these things that we really have seen in the past. Just people want to call it once in a lifetime, I suppose.
You get a stovepipe that's in relatively clear air, and you do it from the right angle. It looks like Campo. And I've seen several tornadoes where it could have been Campo if the viewer was in the right angle. I think there was a few on November 7 of 2011 in Oklahoma. There was a nice stovepipe, and I didn't see anybody on the other side of it, like looking towards the clear air, like the north side of the tornado. And I bet if there had been, that tornado would have looked a lot like Campo. It's just being north of a nice clear air stovepipe, and you get that real nice contrast and shading on the funnel.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure, I know exactly what you're talking about. I was on that tornado, and it was after the Tipton tornado was starting to rope out, and, the sun was kind of hitting it just right to where it was just a perfectly white tube. And, I guess if you were either due north of it looking south, or even if you were just in the right area, like to the northwest of it just right, where the sun was still hitting it with the white, it would have looked just like Campo. So.
Yeah.
I mean, I understand. I guess, it was a storm that was on the ground for a very long time, and, that helps out a lot, so, yeah. It is, I guess, if you want to call it that. I don't even think it really was once in a lifetime, but, yeah, I mean, it was impressive, not to take anything away from Campo, and it was a very difficult storm and setup to forecast, so.
Yeah.
Props are due, but at the same time, we've seen it before, Right. I guess the thing is there's been a lot of tornadoes that look like that, but because of the actual rise in technology and the rise of quality of cameras we have, there's nothing that looks like it because, back in the 90s, there wasn't good cameras to really get all that nice crisp footage.
Yeah. Plus, I think people's memories last about 2 or 3 years. So, Campo is...
Yeah, I was thinking about this the other day. I was thinking, man, there was a lot of good tornadoes in 2010 that I'm sure no one even remembers. But, yeah. Well, one suggestion we had for the show, or we've had several suggestions since we've been on. Every episode, we want to do a prediction of the 2015 season, as in guess how many number of tornadoes are going to happen, and then I think whoever gets the closest will give them something.
Cool.
Shane predicted, I think he just said 1143 was going to be the final count. So
people are going to Price is Right on that and go 0 and win.
Well, we're not gonna have the without going over rule because
okay.
And then it was funny because Shane was drinking some purple wine, and people were wondering what he was drinking, and he said we basically came up with every time Shane's on, he's gonna be drinking something different, and if he can guess what he is drinking, he will send you a free DVD from his collection.
Nice.
So I forgot what he said. I think I forgot what it was that warrants. He was said he was going to give away an entire box set of all 7 of his DVDs, but I forgot what it was. I'm kind of bouncing between all these windows and stuff, trying to figure stuff out. So,
Cool.
well, if you want to watch this, we'll watch this 1990 version of Campo.
Can you put it into the window, or do you have to?
No, check this out. I figured this out where you can see it too. The only thing you're not going to get is audio, but you can at least see it.
So our audio stays, but everyone sees
Yeah.
the video now.
Everyone sees the picture, and then our voices are kind of over it. I'm the only one that's getting audio because it's playing through my headphones, but
Cool.
watch this thing. It'll morph itself into like that Campo look to it, where it just perfect tube, backlit, you know.
I mean, you can already tell it has that potential just the way it's lit. And we're south or west of it right now.
I would imagine it's moving from the right to left, so I would imagine they're probably due west of it.
It's got that real like sheathed look to it, you know, like roll of paper. rolled
Yeah.
up.
Oh man, we got to go back
Who
and
shot
watch
this?
that.
Who shot this, and when is it again?
I don't know who shot it. It's on Vortex VA's channel, Roy Britt's channel.
Yeah,
But this is March 13th, 1990 in Waukegan, Oklahoma.
that's the Heston day, isn't it?
Yeah, that's the Heston Day, the Grand Island Day. I mean, that was a big outbreak day right there. Yeah, it's you know, it's not a strong tornado. It just kind of wisps around and.
Yeah, sometimes the funnel's a little shaggier when they're not as, you know, wrapped up or intense. You get kind of a lumpy condensation funnel, or like this one's kind of, you kind of see
Yeah.
this sheet going around it.
Eventually, you'll just see it. It kind of morphs into that tube that looks just like Campo. One thing I do wonder is, you know, the thing about Campo was just how smooth that tube was. So what causes that to happen to make them that smooth?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, because it looks photoshopped when you see Campo. It looks like someone just, you know, drew a cylinder and applied the gradient tool to it.
Mm-hmm. It's exactly what it looks like. See right here where it kind of fills in that bottom and just takes
Yeah.
on that Campo appearance.
Yeah. Now, when you see this, you gotta book it up there. You gotta get on the other side of that tornado. Whenever you see lighting like that, I mean, because you can just get exquisite shading and contrast if you're on the right angle when you see a tube like that.
Yeah, and see, you're right. That right there looks kind of like the rope out of the Tipton Day.
Yeah, like people who are south of Campo, this is what it looked like if you were south or east of Campo. And the people who were north of it had that amazing, like gray shaded contrast with the blue sky behind it. And if you're like at the right angle, one half of the tornado is bright white like that, and the other half is real dark.
Yeah, that's another thing. You know, there was some people that were kind of north or northeast of it where they got just the dark look to it.
Right. So if I see a tornado like that, I move immediately to try and get like better contrast. Because even though you've got a great shot right there, like you could get I think much better lighting if you're at a different angle.
Yeah, because that's not going to last forever. Eventually, the clouds will fill in and kind of blink that off, and you might still have a nice tube, but
Yeah. Yeah.
look at that right there. That's Campo right there, people. Come on.
Yeah. If you move though, you'll probably wind up missing half of it. And I see that so many times. Like somebody's got this shot, and then they're shooting it with with tripod or whatever, and they're like, "Come on, let's move, let's get closer." And then that's where their video ends, and they don't have any more video because while they're moving it, the tornado ropes out. So
I think it's really important if you want to move, you got to look at what the tornado looks like, what the inflow around it looks like. You know, if it looks like it's dying off or roping out, it's probably best just to stay. You know, if it looks like it's gonna keep growing or become more powerful, then yeah, you know, definitely go in and get closer if you can.
yeah, it's getting pretty stout now.
Yeah. Yeah, I would have been just like you. As soon as I saw that bottom end start filling in, I would
Yeah,
have known right then. I was like, okay, this is probably going to last a little while, so I can get a little
Yeah.
closer.
yeah, because you know the time it's taking to build, you know, it's going to stick around for a bit. Yeah, it'd be nice if you could get in there on the north side of that a little bit. This kind of reminds me of the June 18 tornado up in South Dakota this year. And again, if people were kind of north of that one, they would get kind of that Campo angle on it.
Yeah, I don't think it would have been that hard to see that. Oh wait, actually, I wanted to go back because I wanted for you to watch the other one that was at Campo, and that would have been uh, Jim Leonard's footage of Fort Cobb tornado, which we watched earlier, so everyone gets to see it again. But you'll get to see just it has, and Shane made a really good point. It has an awesome structure of that like collar cloud that kind of you can just watch it twist up into the wall cloud, and it's pretty incredible to watch.
Yeah. Get Shane back in here. He's apparently I said something and I really riled him up.
Oh yeah. Okay, hold on, let me send that to him. Oh. Everyone's gonna have to just bear with us for a little bit. Okay, Shane. I'll go ahead and wait for Shane to get in here. What did you say? What did you say?
Probably about positioning or angle on the tornado or something, I don't know.
Poor James. He's over here trying to figure out why his.
I can see him.
Well, it might be a frozen image, but he could not get his sound to work, so he wasn't getting any sound from us.
Mm.
Which I would imagine, yeah, it's pretty rough to do that. And he's gone. But he said until he figures that out, he might not be able to host, which I hope isn't the case, but you know, it is what it is, I guess. Well, I linked Shane, so anytime now, Shane. I wonder where Wesley went. Oh, he was having trouble too, I think. He couldn't get his mic to work.
There was one on June 20, 2011 too. That was kind of Campo-esque if you're on the right angle of it. Near Pleasanton, Nebraska. That was a big outbreak day. Aurora, Nebraska had a lot of the big catches that day. That one Hollingshead was on, and the Tiv was on. That was down by Aurora, but there was another one up by Pleasanton that Lawback and I were on. That if we were south of it, so it looked white like that one you just showed. But if you're north of it, again, you get that real nice contrasted gradient funnel.
Mm-hmm. That was 2011.
Yeah. Down Wesley, I see.
Maybe. I'm getting sound from him finally. Well, I don't know where Shane is. Maybe he tipped one glass too many. All right, let's try it again with James then. Well, I see James. And now I don't see James. So you did a lot of driving, Skip?
Hmm?
Did a lot of
Oh
driving?
yeah, I just got back from like family Christmas parties and stuff, so did like 3 hours of driving a day. I just got home. Should I put Brooke on TV? Or is she chilling? Yeah, my lap.
Okay, I guess we're not getting Shane back. I don't know where he went. Maybe on camera.
How come you're doing that stiff as a board thing?
Hey, we'll get yours too, Wesley.
No, Moss passed the hell out. He's staying there.
But there you are, see? I got my new chase partner here.
Oh yeah, chaser in training. I know. For some reason, I don't know if it's doing it with you guys, but it's supposed to switch over to whoever's talking, as where the camera focus is. For some reason, it's not doing that again.
Camera switch to who's talking, you mean?
Yeah. Is it doing that for you guys, or is it just stuck on Skip?
The only people I hear
was working
talking, and you.
Yeah, but like the main screen should switch between them.
I just see you. Is it supposed to switch to me when I'm talking?
Yeah,
Like, should I
it's supposed
it
to.
is. Screen? I see Wesley now. Big screen.
Okay. I'm sure it'll all work out. Caleb in the chat room. Saying that baby's probably going to see more tornadoes before he does.
Jim Ledoux said he took his 9-month-old storm chasing, so I intend to beat him. I intend to beat that record.
Oh my god.
We'll take Brooke storm chasing when she's like 6 months old or something. Well, she goes in April. There you go.
There you go. Season's coming up, right? Another
Yeah.
4 months. So, does he have any weight on the whole discussion we had about? Well, I guess Skip could be a part of it too, about kids not really helping your chasing probabilities, right? Shane was
it gets
talking about
worse.
how kids kind of ruin, how having a kid kind of ruins your chasing. So,
As they get older, it just keeps getting worse because they can guilt you even like at 1.5 years. They know how to guilt you and make you want to be home. It makes it so much worse.
There's Shane. Maybe. He should be on pretty soon. So is there any new word on the front lines of Storm Track? Skip?
Like with who's taking it over or whatever?
Or just anything new? I mean, I haven't seen much going on, but of course it is the...
I try to keep tabs on when Tim is online. He hasn't been on Storm Track since the 15th, so I imagine he'll probably pop up sometime after the New Year's.
So basically he hasn't been on since our last blackout?
Yeah. Yeah. And the email, Storm Track's email's been broken for the past like 3 months, so no new registration can get through right now unless we go in and manually, and you have to click through like 10 different menus, and then everyone you have to manually approve, and it takes like 10 clicks per person. It's a huge pain in the ass. And I've emailed Tim, and I've posted in the forum twice, 2 or 3 times about it, and he's just not there. So, all right, I see Shane full screen now.
Oh,
so he's
yeah.
there.
Sorry about that.
Shane, you really wanted to get back in the room. Did you want to tell Skip something?
What did I say about what was it that was murder worthy?
He's just so awesome. He's perfect. Look at his son.
Oh, Shane.
I hear like a lot of old stuff, I think, maybe going on in the background. I don't know. It's weird.
Just don't ever quit chasing, Shane.
I'm sorry.
So don't ever quit chasing.
Oh, of course not. But I see things going on in the background that I don't know. I think I'm way behind. No, I want to murder Skip because he has the perfect life.
No, I mean, that's ridiculous.
Oh.
No, I don't want to talk to him. I just want to tell you, I want to murder Skip because he has the perfect life. He's like the perfect chaser. He has like a life. Like when I say life, I mean like, you know, just like normal shit. Wonderful child, wonderful wife, and if he chose, he'd have the greatest fucking mistress in the.
Oh my God.
Welcome to Shane Adams.
You know, I don't tell you about all of the shit that happens in the background. Like everything that goes wrong and all of the drama and heartache, that just stays quietly in the background. So
That's why you're awesome, dude.
So nobody knows about any of that stuff.
That's why you're awesome.
This is going in the archives.
No. It's a compliment. It's a long, drawn-out, 10-minute compliment is what it is.
It's a very Shane Adams compliment. We'll just put it there.
No, it's just that he has figured out how to be amazing as a chaser and being amazing as a human being, as a father, as a husband, as a friend. That's rare.
Well, thanks, Shane.
It's true. It's true. It's true. And I'm not kissing your ass. I'm just saying, you know, it's one of the drawbacks of being awesome is like you're like, okay, cool, I've done something, it's cool, you're over it, but you have to see people like me kind of gush all over you, and that's kind of like the payback, and it's just one of those things.
Well, we'll see how long I can keep it up.
Your little guy is like, what the hell?
Yeah.
I tell you what, it is pretty. I believe it's pretty hard for any chaser to actually impress Shane. So I'd be pretty flattered if I were you, Skip.
What did you just say?
I said it's pretty difficult for any chaser for you to be impressed by any chaser.
No. Stop right there. Stop right there. You're wrong.
Okay. Stopping.
I'm impressed by pretty much every chaser.
You just have a special way to tell them how you're impressed.
Yeah. And there's such a lag here. I'm talking to you, and I hear Skip's reply to me underneath everything, but it's like, I mean, it's amazing.
Well, Shane, I know you probably don't believe it, but there are plenty of chasers that respect you as a chaser as well.
Oh, well, whatever. It's not about me. This is about the new Storm Track thing. I'm just saying, Skip is you and Skip. These new. Am I hearing my own shit? I mean, my God. I'm sorry. Let me stop.
It's a little laggy, We'll just take it for what it is. Wake up, Shane.
Quiet now. No, I'm flattered and honored to have been asked to be a part of this, even as a beta. I mean, I appreciate that because it's kind of getting your feet wet, sticking your feet in the water kind of thing. And the fact that Skip brings this child onto the camera, that's just a testament to how cool how tight his shit is wired, and I admire that.
Did you see the brownies I was eating earlier? How can you not be flattered by them brownies I was eating earlier? I stuffed my face with those so hard on camera.
Let me get out of here because the lag is horrible. Let me get out of here. Let me just say thank you, Marcus, for asking me to be a part of the beta test. I appreciate it. Thank you, James, for finally showing up and helping me help Marcus. Skip, you do a lot of shit behind the scenes, whether people know you or not, and it's awesome. And let me get out of here and watch you guys because the lag is so much that I'm going to get to watch you guys for like 30 minutes, and it's going to be amazing. So keep the thing going, and I appreciate it. Thanks for asking me on, and Godspeed and all that good stuff.
Have a drink for the show.
How the hell did I get out of this shit?
That's our first train wreck.
Thank you. I'm a train wreck.
No, I'm just kidding. Hey, there's a little red button at the top with the hang up.
My daughter is addicted to YouTube, so I'm pretty sure she's just entertained watching you guys talk on the screen. That's why she's being so well behaved here.
Yeah, her eyes are massive looking at the screen.
When they're that age, you can watch about anything and they'll just stay glued to it. It doesn't matter what it is.
Yeah.
That changes.
I like how, hey Wesley, I like how you were mistaken for James, but you know what?
Oh, that's cool.
Well, James was in here, wasn't he? He was just in here.
Yeah, he was bouncing around. I guess he just said screw it, he's out. He literally texted me. He said right now he's as useful as a screen door on a submarine, which I thought was pretty funny. Well, yeah. So I'm actually kind of curious because I still get this vibe that even though we change ownership on the forum, and I guess I was really rallying behind Steve because I was really hoping that if he does come to power, that he can bring a new group of guys back in, guys that bailed out a while back, and maybe that'll liven things up because we'll put some variety in everything, and but I don't know, we're in this time right now where nobody's been posting on the forums hardly. So, it's kind of hard to get excited for what's going to happen next.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we just need a few enthusiastic people to keep things moving along, get some content going, and they're trying on Storm Track. This little push for new ownership has brought in a lot of new posts and topics. Danny Neal posting what were your mistakes? That was a pretty popular thread. Lots of people posted on that.
Who posted the "What did you learn" one?
Yeah, Danny Neal.
That was him. Yeah.
What did you learn turned into what was your mistakes?
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Well, you learn from your mistakes. I mean, that's really the best way to learn when you're chasing. Nice.
Yeah, Yeah, I noticed you put that stuff about us busting in Nebraska, Wesley, and that's a day I really wish I just could just forget.
I mean, we've had so many bad chases, but that one was just so brutal.
That one stung hard. How
I
many
mean,
miles?
that's not the only time I've been.
Which chase was that?
It was so sucky, I don't even remember the date.
Mother's Day of 2011, I believe it was, or something around there. And me and Wesley went from Amarillo to Aurora, Nebraska, and then back to Amarillo.
Did we take my
in
Jeep?
24 hours. Yeah, we took your Jeep. So it got 4 miles to the gallon. And remember, the only good thing about that chase was we saw a couple of snakes fucking on the side of the road.
Oh, like May 10th
yeah.
or something?
I don't
Or maybe
remember.
I'll have
It was like
May-
in April.
Hang on,
That
I
was-
can look on
that was
Facebook.
by
I
the
have
day
a
we lost
video
our-
on there.
What'd you say?
There was
Skip?
like no storms this day.
Oh, like that might have been the day we lost our wheel, like May 11th or something.
Maybe. Yeah, it was a blue sky bust.
Oh yeah.
I'm looking here, a big 5% across the plains. There were some
Nebraska, there was like a well, I don't know. There might have been tornadoes elsewhere, but Nebraska had this bullseye of like crazy EHI and
Oh,
triple
there were
point
tornadoes in
and
Iowa that day. Crap.
West. That's where we should have gone.
Thursday, 2011. Let's see here. That was May 8th. Was it on Mother's Day? Was Mother's Day?
It was around Mother's Day. I just remember.
I'm checking the date of the video.
Okay. See, we had our first chase on that trip on the 10th up in Minnesota.
The funny thing is this is why the models kind of suck, obviously. But that day they were showing precip in Nebraska all day long, right up until 18Z when we were just about to cross the Nebraska border, where everything capped out and there was no precip. And sure enough, that run was a run that verified.
There was no queue that day at all. No
No,
queue.
it was nothing. And what time did we woke up at like 3 or 4 in the morning to drive up
We
there.
went sometime real stupid. I posted that video on May 9th.
So it had to have been.
So yeah, it was May 8th.
So
Okay.
yeah, we drove up there. I don't know what time we got to Aurora. Probably like 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And then we sat in.
Probably before. We sat there for 4 hours probably talking to that sheriff.
Yeah, we just sat under this tree field baking in the sun. Some random leather-skinned farmer comes out. Well, back in '69, there was a tornado that went over there. And we're just like,
They always do that. It's
Yeah.
really funny. They do that while there's a tornado. Like I saw this farmer, and like there's a tornado on the ground going along, and he's like, "Well, we had a tornado back in the '80s, and blah 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 blah." And I'm like, "There's a tornado happening right now."
Man, some people. But let's see. After we decided that nothing was going to happen, we just went home and we drove all night. And I was no help to Wesley because I fell asleep in the car and he was falling asleep.
You're passing out.
You guys,
Didn't
That
get
Duke
home
to
till, like,
Amarillo is always the
like,
worst part.
Nebraska didn't play for like the next 3 days, wasn't it?
Probably.
I don't know. Yeah, I'm sure. It was a one-day thing that we were supposed to go and score awesome tornadoes and then be back that night. And then
May 8th had a big 5% from South Dakota, from the Black Hills down to like Nebraska City. Just a big elongated 5% there.
maybe it was somewhere before that. Because I remember Aurora was like the center target for that day.
Yeah, I'm looking at the probs now. And then they tightened it up later. It looked more like Norfolk, is where they centered it later.
Oh, that's right. Remember, Wes? Because we were getting up there and they kept pushing the outlook further north than east. And we're just like, shit, bring it back. And every single outlook kept getting further and further away. So
We kept hoping for
should
that
have
dry
just-
line storm on this.
we should have hit I-70 and just turned back home.
Yeah.
But that was 2011. So of course that's after the 2010 season where we just got spoiled with tornadoes. So we're like, oh well, 2011 will be the same thing. Every storm's gonna blow up and cause tornadoes, and sure enough, that didn't happen.
pretty hatched on the hail. Usually get some good storms when that happens. But well, let's see the reports here. Storm reports. So it cap busted.
Yeah, we cat busted hard.
Like the whole warm sector cap busted.
There
Anywhere
may
near
have
us
been
it did.
storms further north. Yeah.
11:05:08. Boom. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. There was one tornado and it was in South Dakota, the promised land.
Land of wedges.
Yep. Yep. Pretty much.
Presho. 5-8 southwest of Presho. Where is that on the map?
Right there on Skip's forehead.
Oh yeah, it's like in the Indian reservation. It looks like it's close to 90.
90. Damn.
We were only 6 hours away.
Yeah. Missed that one.
Yeah.
I'm sure it was a brief, like, 2-minute touchdown, too.
What does it say on the reports? On the description there. Nothing. There's no comments.
Wasn't even worth commenting on.
It's by 90 because that's the only place in South Dakota where anybody is. So if it happened anywhere else, it wouldn't have been reported.
Well, like I said, I got 2 weeks off this year, or well, next year, and it's in the middle of June, so I really hope I get to chase South Dakota again, or anywhere Dakotas.
You just better hope it's not a 2007. Everything's done by May 5th.
Well, that's fine, because then it'll all be around me here.
True.
If it's 2007 again, I can get all my tornadoes 2 hours from home, be happy, and then if, June looks like it's just going to be Death Bridge, I'll be like, all right, well, screw it. I'm not going out in June then. So I don't know, because I remember it may have been, I forgot what year it was. But even on those days where you got that death ridge, there was still like tornadoes up in like North Dakota and stuff on like that northern
On one day.
on that ridge. No, like multiple
Like
days.
June 6th. June 6th was all I remember, and it was no one could get within 20 miles of that tornado.
I just remember looking through like reports through the 07, I think, season and some other seasons too, just to see. I was trying to think of like what years was there like a death ridge, like a hard death ridge, and I looked those up. And if you look through them, there's like always some tornado reports, kind of on that northern periphery, like Wyoming and North Dakota and stuff.
Yeah, you got to go way up there.
Hey, I got 2 weeks to get there, so whatever it takes. Skip. You're gonna get that baby drunk tonight, aren't you?
It's her nursing bottle.
Yeah, it's on it. Well, do you guys want to watch some more tornado footage?
Yeah, what do you got? Play something old and cool that I don't know what it is.
Oh, well, I don't know how much that is. How about one for Wesley here? We'll play the June 2nd, 95. No, not June 2nd, damn it.
I would say the Friona stuff.
Well, that's Friona. I wasn't looking for that. June 27th, 1992. How about that?
Well, never heard of it.
That's too easy. Oh, you've heard of it. You just don't realize.
Let me pull up my screen share so everyone can see. You guys, feel free to comment while we're watching this.
Sweet.
I should have been able to see this tornado, but I was 50 miles to the south of it with my family. All I could see was the tower.
For those of you who don't know, this is Fritch, Texas, which is where Wesley was living at the time.
Well, I was 15 miles to the east, but I was in Amarillo that day, so.
I still see people's faces when they talk, so like the video's not visible now.
Really?
Yeah.
Gotta disable
I know
that.
I messed that up because I don't know. Google Hangouts doesn't understand what I'm trying to share here.
You need more exciting tornado video. The baby is getting fidgety here.
Oh, okay. Hang on, tiny human.
Something multi-vortex with lots of debris.
This one has that.
Good.
Well, I'm trying to figure out how this. Now it's not wanting to work. There we go. Now do you guys see it?
I see black.
Okay, it's starting up.
There it is. Cool. Kind of like one of
Hawking
those,
still killed it.
like those big wall cloud tornadoes.
Yeah. Or it just looks like if you just follow the edges of the wall cloud, it just comes down to the wedge.
Yeah. Kind of reminds me of like April 22, 2010. The north storm, not the Good Night, Texas one.
Oh yeah,
They had
the one north of I-40.
They hit a wall cloud that looked like that, and they had kind of a cone tornado that formed under it.
That looks like that Manchester, South Dakota footage, too, where it was just kind of like that.
Yeah.
I hear a kitty.
Batman, come up here.
We won't see him on camera, but
We'll get the whole family in here. All right. All right.
not a very rapidly rotating wall cloud. Maybe it's just that far away, though.
It looks pretty early on as well.
Yeah.
Goodness. Yeah.
This
Study.
That's probably about the time my grandma, she was about 13 miles northeast of there. She watched it cross over Lake Meredith, go down the canyon wall, and back up the other side from her farm.
That's cool. Wesley, did you chase, what was it, April 10th of 2012, that the storm that was north of Amarillo that dumped 4 feet of hail?
No, I was sitting at work looking at it in my office window. I didn't get out till after it made it over to Fritch.
Oh, that's right.
I ran into you that day over at Border. That was the that fake tornado coming off of that fertilizer plant.
Oh man, I'm not gonna name names, but we know who exactly. You know who reported that, right?
Yeah.
Skip might be
I
a
grew
little
up there. That's the only reason I knew better.
But we were in Borger, Texas, watching the storm on the other side of town, and there's a fertilizer plant on the other side of town that has this really thick smokestack, and the storm base crushed right over that smokestack. So it looked like there was this tube on the ground. Well, a local chaser that he relayed it to the news, and the news reported it as a tornado in Borger. So they immediately tornado warned the storm and sounded the sirens for that.
Well, and given where he was at, his perspective, it probably really did look legit. Like, from ours, you could tell I don't know.
Well, yeah,
I've seen some weird things come off that plant, so I mean, can't say too much.
Yeah, because it was that storm had just a really ragged base. It wasn't even like rotating or nothing.
Well, there was rotation, but it was so slow. I mean, it was like impossible there'd been a tornado right there.
This thing, does it wedge out, Wesley? Or am I thinking?
It wedges out. There's like 4 different tornadoes with this. This thing has like horizontal needles going all over the place. Like, it took out our friend's garage, which was made cinder block, but it home like double wide that was right next to it. Wiped out their garage, but the double wide like almost in perfect condition.
And now this is the same day of that famous footage of that guy who's standing in his trailer house. And he's filming this tornado coming in. And then
gets struck by lightning.
He gets struck by lightning. He gets up and he's like, "Oh man, you're gonna struck by lightning!" And then he gets better because, man, he's just standing there. His neighbor's house gets blown away, and then I guess something hit him in the head and knocked him unconscious. So somehow he survives with this tornado just blowing everything away. But yeah, I remember that.
And mind you, I'm pretty sure this day is like a 30-knot, 500 millibar flow out of the due west.
Yeah.
I mean, it's late June in the Panhandle. I mean,
This is This is Cap Rock Magic at work.
It looks a little like a June 17, 2010, actually. Some of the structure does, actually. And I remember that I Was Struck video on Tornado Video Classic.
yeah.
I know you can't hear it right now, but these guys are like, "Oh, we gotta go, we gotta go. Let's just stand here and film some more." Is that the main walkout right there?
I've never seen a good outside view of this storm, so I've never really figured out
There's
the
a
structure of this thing.
Those
There's a
ones are
tornado.
kind of tricky. You just have that giant scuddy wall that's just
Yeah.
really, really big.
Yeah, because that looked like a new tornado over there, and then they pan back, and there's a tornado in the rain.
Yeah. So that's where it should be there to the left, I would think. And then the new meso handoff is going to be to the right. Your new meso cyclone is going to be there.
Mm-hmm.
That should be your in progress tornado there.
Yeah, progress /
Got meso handoff to the right, underway over there,
Now,
like closer, further northeast.
that tornado to the left there, is that the one that actually went through town, Wesley?
I think they all did. They clipped the south end of town. They hit about where the Dairy Queen is, and they went through the kind of southeastern part of town, and then traveled about halfway to border, hitting some houses right there, and then eventually lifted and died out before anything got to border. But I think they all clipped part of town at one time or another. But there were supposed to be 4 different tornadoes that day, a couple, F1 zeros, and then the F4.
Yeah, the F4 was the one that, I think is it that one right there?
Yeah, that's the one that clips the main southeast part of town where all the brick homes were and did a good amount of damage over there.
See, it makes me wonder these off years where you really don't know. Like, was the '92 season? I mean, I haven't seen very many other tornadoes from '92, but was it
92
an
was a
El
real.
Nino?
I think so, and I think it was a real bad year. Otherwise, there wasn't a lot of days out here.
Bad year, as in lots of tornadoes, or not a lot of tornadoes?
Not a lot at all. Like
But-
national tornado count and just days in this area.
The only really good year that the Panhandle has ever had is probably 1995.
95 and 07 were both fairly
Oh, well,
good.
07. Yeah.
I'm just a freak because it did it all in 8 days.
Oh, then after this, they go into the talk about rating that storm and how to rate it. Oh, let's see. What else we got here? Oh, I got Crazy Farmer at the top. We got to pay tribute to Crazy Farmer.
It's only the best tornado video of all time. Still, of all time.
And Shane's not here to argue this, but I disagree. That he said that he would not trade this storm footage off for any tornadoes that he's ever seen. And I disagree, because I would trade everything I got, except for maybe May 24, 2010, where I got my Avatar, the Twin Sunset Tornadoes. That's about the only chase I won't trade off, but yeah, I would trade everything else for this setup and this storm and this chase.
See, I could never get Crazy Farmer's shot because he's so dangerously close to the multi-vortex at the end that I would have flinched and moved. But, in hindsight, had I known I'd be okay there, yeah, I'm pretty sure I would trade almost any chase for that shot, where you can watch the wedge coming right at you and it ropes out at your feet so that you look straight up at this super tall stovepipe rope. That's
and it just barely missed their house, and then it kept redeveloping, like just on the other side of the trees they were at.
I mean, it's high contrast wedge, and then it stays high contrast its entire life. Like, a lot of times those wedges get really rain wrapped at the end, but I mean, he's got a gorgeous wedge rope out. And when a wedge ropes out, it's something to behold because you just get that super tall stovepipe rope, and it's just unbelievably gorgeous. And so, he's so close. Like, he's got this nice shot of the structure in the wedge, and it ropes out at his feet. I mean, you can't ask for better positioning. This isn't Crazy Farmer's shot. This is somebody else who is
Right.
on the same tornado, right? There's another resident nearby.
It's I believe they are further
They're like north
west?
or northwest of it.
northwest, I believe, because it goes from right to left, but it gets close. So I imagine that's what it is. Look at that shot!
Yeah. That's convective cake right there.
Man, that's like it's almost like you can just go out and lick the side of that thing
Yeah.
with ice cream.
Yeah, it's frosting. You just cut that with a knife and serve a piece.
Wesley, what would you give to have that shot right there?
So much. All my bus chases for the past 3 years. There we go.
Oh, come on. Bus chases are easy to give up. Would
But
you give away your firstborn child?
This
Hell no.
moves on. Like that cyclone moves to the east, and the view diminishes from that spot. Crazy Farmer's view gets a lot better later.
Yeah. I think it's 2 parts, so it'll go to the next one. But yeah, Crazy Farmer, because it comes right at him.
Yeah. He's downstream. And I tried to get that shot. I'm kind of waiting for that Crazy Farmer shot to repeat. And I think it could have happened on June 17 for us this year. We were downstream of the wedge, but it got so rain-wrapped that, we just had to leave it. Had it stayed high contrast, maybe. But, I mean, yeah, that's just cake.
Good God. Yeah, there's definitely tornadoes that I've seen like that, but it is still an amazing storm. Because you could actually, not only do you see the wall cloud, but look, he's painting over here, you can see the mezzo where it rounds off, into the vault, that it's just still perfectly sculpted that far away from the actual updraft. And like you said, they usually get shrouded with rain very easy and very quickly.
Must have been some really good shear that day to have that amount of clear air around the tornado cyclone like that.
Yeah, that's just really good preset venting at its best right there. Oh, and then yeah, I remember because this thing was dumping some major hail too. Because
Boy,
I'm pretty
if
sure
that doesn't give you SDS, I don't know what will.
I know you got everyone on the forum and anyone storm chasing needs to be watching this. Because this is perfect SDS.
Yeah.
Now, like I said, this thing dumped some massive hail because I remember, I think later in this clip, he goes down the road or whatever, and they've got this huge, like, softball-sized hail, which is crazy because they're not even in the vault. It looks like they're off to the west a bit.
Are they from the west of it looking east?
That's what it looks like because of the way it's lit. That I'm sure Skip will agree. That looks like some of the tornadoes, like the Conger tornado back in June 17th of 2010.
Yeah, we had a nice white tornado cyclone like that for a while.
And then you just got that awesome, twisting wall cloud. I mean, how far away is that? That's got to be like, what, 3 miles?
Yeah,
that'd be my guess.
And he still has a great shot. I'm pretty sure it gets better. Cause,
right about now, I would be moving. I'd be scrambling to get in there.
Going on that tail.
Oh, man.
Because he's starting to lose his view now. And this is probably about when Crazy Farmer's shot starting to get real good.
Yeah, there's your ghost train. Oh, I'm pretty sure this shot gets way better, too, so... If I remember right.
Yeah, I do remember just ground-hugging cake on one of these.
Oh, you know what? You're right. This isn't that shot. This is the other shot.
Yeah, this is like the white cake shot.
Oh, yeah. Oh, did Wes just fall out of his chair?
I'm standing up in the garage.
You better stand up for this one.
Yeah, you know, it does look a lot like Conger. Like, at least this first half of it does. The later half, again, see that high contrast rope out. That's rare. I've never seen that.
Yeah. Well, this is a different angle. Crazy Farmers is not even in this clip yet.
It's the same tornado, though, right?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
just
It's
earlier in the
still
life
the
cycle.
Columbus, Nebraska tornado. These different angles. There's this. There was the first one, and there's this one, and then the next one is Crazy Farmer. This is the one where they go out and get that hail.
Right. It's all the
would
same
make sense.
tornado, right?
Yes, yeah. It's all the same one. Just
Crazy
different
Farmer
angles.
got some awesome hail, too.
Oh yeah, he got massive hail.
Susan was picking up softballs.
Yeah. They said, okay, now if you remember, the first thing it said was this is looking back to the west. So I'd imagine they're looking back to the west, and this is a south moving storm, or southeast moving tornado. I don't know, because that would mean it's getting a little closer to, well, it could be getting closer to it.
I want to say it was a northeast mover, and they're looking south right now.
Okay. You might be correct there. I think you're right. I think they're looking back to the southeast right here, actually, or more towards the east, because, you
It's
know,
starting to light up.
yeah, it was starting to light up, but also they start picking up that big hail. So that would mean that the volt went right over them.
There's that convective cake tornado cyclone. It's interesting that sometimes you get a big notch in that donut of a tornado cyclone has a big cut in it, and when you
There's a
get
ghost
that
train.
cut rotates around, you get the view of the funnel inside.
There's a ghost train at the base, it looks like.
Yeah, see, that's like perfect positioning, like just out of the ghost train. Because you don't want to be in that.
That is just violent.
You don't want to be underneath that tornado cyclone either. I mean, all satellites whip around that edge there.
Oh, yeah.
You're spending more time dodging tornadoes than actually viewing that one.
Yeah, that's about perfect right there. I mean, you really don't want to get too much closer because, I mean, you got to worry about the hail getting whipped out from that thing too.
Yeah, there you go. You want a kind of a tighter shot of the tornado. Like zoom out a little bit. This is crazy zoom right now. But you want to zoom out, and then you also want a wide on that. You want a real wide to get that tornado cyclone, and then a tight shot of that tornado. 2 cameras on that one.
Oh yeah.
What you need here.
One GoPro and one with the regular camera.
Yeah, man. I want my 1022 shooting the structure, and then a 50 millimeter on the tornado.
Golly, man. Yeah, here you go. He's gonna tell his buddy to go get. You see that hailstone's falling randomly. He's gonna tell his buddy, "Hey, go get that hailstone over there. That's a big one."
Yeah, man. Look at that tornado cyclone. That's like perfect convective cake right there.
Yeah, man. I mean, just how everything's just perfectly. You know, there's no gaps in that wall cloud at all. It's just a solid white. You know, like you said, just a cake. He's like, go get that big hailstone, bro. I know it's still coming down, but go get that. Don't worry if it hits your head, it'll be fine. Now it's starting to look like Bowdle, if Bowdle was backward. Especially like, I mean, I just remember Bowdle with Dick McGowan shot. You know, I know he's looking at Reed going in, but the way that like you said, that convective circulation just looks. But that's it for that one. I think the next one is going to be Crazy Farmer,
right?
I hope so. There you go. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Crazy Farmer.
Yeah, dude, I'm telling you, you chase just northwest of a nicely ventilated tornado, and you get that shot we just had, and that's kind of like the dream shot. Is if you got a clear air wedge and you can stay just behind it. I mean, that's an amazing vantage point. It's nicely lit, good contrast. Yeah, but I mean, if I had crazy farmer shot, if I could just have tripoded my camera from this vantage point for like, what is it, a half an hour? Like, I seriously don't know how I would chase again. Like, I would keep chasing, but I would know in my heart that I would never get anything as good as that ever again. I'd have to live with that. I'd have to live knowing that I got my best shot.
I mean, he does bail out of the shot, you know.
He goes down to the basement, but he comes back, and like it's crazy close. And I would have been moving away at that point too.
And not only that, but he's standing on the second story of his house.
Call him crazy farmer for nothing.
You'll see some of those hailstones are just so big, man. So if this storm's moving northeast, that means he is northeast of the storm, because it just comes right at him. He's all he just told his wife, "Hey, I hope you got the insurance paid off." And she's flipping out, dude. She is so freaked out right now. She is shitting her pants, and he's just like, "Whoa, guess we better get that insurance card."
She knows a ground scrubber when she sees one.
Yeah. He just announced on the camera that that's a tornado. Yep. I nailed it.
I love how you can hear the roar already too.
Can you hear the audio?
No, I remember it. I've seen this 100 times, but I remember like you can hear the roar at this point already.
Oh yeah.
And I love those tendrils that form on the right. Like, what would you say that is? I think that's almost like stringy condensation of the tornado cyclone or the wall cloud. But there's like these fingers on the right that kind of wrap around, almost like satellites.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. It just looks like the edge of the wall cloud, like just formed this perfect cup formation or something on the outside. Because you can still see through it, but it looks like it's scraping the ground. Becomes that one of the.
How cool would that be? Like if you were kind of like if you were under the tornado cyclone, but next to the wedge, like not in the wedge, but you're kind of seeing those fingers go around you.
Look at that, man! Look at those spirals.
Like if you were real close to those spirals there, how cool would that be?
Like you're just standing there, and all of a sudden these spirals come wrapping behind you, and you're like, oh shit.
Yeah. Like I'm saying, like you're between the tornado and those little spirals wrapping around it, right?
Oh my god. Would you move? That's the question. Would you move?
Oh yeah, you'd have to. I would.
Yeah. You just wouldn't know. Because that thing could start maxing out and growing pretty quick, if it starts doing some stuff like that. Yeah, I have the volume really low in my headphones, and I could still hear the roar. Sorry, everyone, that can't get audio.
Yeah, that's bad when it's not moving right to left or left to right at all. Like you can tell that tornado has not deviated to the right or to the left at all.
I never saw that, but there was a hailstone that hit that barn right there, and it just exploded really big. She is freaking out still, and he's just like, "Yep, it's coming right towards us. Yep." Mm-hmm.
He should be, man. That thing is coming right at them.
Oh, there it is. Zoom out again, damn it.
At least they have a basement. I mean, if they didn't have a basement, they should absolutely be getting in their car right now and driving.
They should have been in the car 10 minutes ago driving south.
South or due east.
Any direction but where that thing's going.
Yeah. I think about it. It'd be hard to even run away from that with just the hail that's coming down around it. Oh, crazy fiber. Oh, I started to hear something there. Sounds like a freight train.
I mean, if he had this tripoded with an HD camera and so he wasn't drooping down towards the ground all the time, I mean, just imagine if you could redo this shot, how amazing it
We
would
would
be.
put every single piece of tornado footage in the last, oh man, I don't know, 20 years to shame. I'm sure. Maybe even longer than that. It might be the shot of the century if you had that available. Okay, here's where it gets really crazy because this is where that right side gets.
Yeah. You get all those, like, fingers.
And they're like, and there's a lot of vertical motion in those fingers too, so. It's like the wedge is starting to like really stretch out and get wider, but at the same time, it's not touching the ground.
Looked like there was a mid-level funnel there earlier.
Yeah, I saw that. Right there,
Like,
yeah, left.
Yeah, off to the left, there was a funnel up there. It's probably like vorticity aggregating underneath that tornado cyclone. You get all those little satellites, and those satellites feed right into the main circulation, and all that vorticity gets aggregated.
I don't get. Okay, how fast is this thing moving? Because I feel like it should have been here by now.
It's moving slowishly. I would say it's probably not going more than 30.
Yeah, probably.
But you can tell it's violent. I mean, just the way that thing. It's really large, and when you see a large tornado churn like that, you know that's a violent tornado.
When you see it condensing that far away from the vortex like it is on the right, you know that thing's strong.
Well, yeah, I mean, you can tell the wind field goes out further than the funnel, because where those fingers are spinning around, those fingers are going at least 100 miles an hour. So if you're not, you could be outside the funnel, but near those fingers, and you're still getting 100 miles an hour of wind at the ground. So, I mean, you could tell the wind field goes out further than that funnel. That's a massive circulation there.
Okay, Crazy Farmer's been silent this whole time, and then all of a sudden he just lets out this shit.
Yeah, I love how you feel the detail in there. Like, it's not just a black silhouette. It's got all of this structure and, you know.
Yeah, you can actually see through it. It's not just a solid block.
Yeah, it breaks up a little bit, and you can see inside of it.
Focus. Come on, Crazy Farmer.
What a noob. Autofocus, no tripod.
God.
We'll have to go give him lessons.
You'll never make it in this hobby.
I'd almost stalk this guy like a fan. Like, I would show up at his farm and be like, this is where Crazy Farmer happened. Like, paying homage to him, like showing up at his door.
Let's just all flock to his house on every June 23rd. Just show up at his front door. Here we go. This is where it gets awesome.
Yeah, because he ran down into his basement there, didn't he, for a little bit?
Yeah.
And now he's back.
And it's not time lapse. This is actual real time right here. Like,
yeah,
that thing is just going crazy.
I would be moving right now.
I would be releasing bodily fluids at this point. And woof! There he goes.
I love his voice. He's like, oh, went back up into the clouds.
Okay. Yeah, and of course that's like the all clear for him because he's like, oh, well, I guess I'll just go onto my front porch.
Susan, where are you? I'm over here.
They're so calm.
Yeah, I remember this whole like video. Like, they're talking to each other in the dark of the basement. Probably because they lost power by now, right?
Oh, yeah, I'm sure. Now he comes back out to make sure it's still there, and sure enough. Susan, come look at this.
Yeah, see, I would be moving now still. I don't know if I could stay this close. Because he's under tornado cyclone.
Yeah, when the tornadoes are like that, when they start like roping out like that, that's when they kind of whip around and really
one small wiggle, you're gone.
Yeah.
the shot of the rope where he looks up chills down my spine every time I see it. Like he steps out from the porch and points straight up. Just makes me freak out every time.
And the roar is actually pretty loud right now. Man, look at this noob. I'm going to turn it sideways and look up into it. Yeah, that works. There it is, just not moving again. And then doesn't it, okay, the funnel breaks down again, and then it comes back as like this half condensed tornado that just whips up really fast, if I remember right. Oh, he's like creeping out a little more. And there it is.
That shot, that gives me chills every time. I mean, how cool is that? The rope out is
definitely not safe for work.
Straight up the funnel.
This is not safe for work. This is classified as porn. This shot has been banned in the UK.
How could you ever top that? I mean, the wedge ropes out at your feet and then goes stationary. I mean, how could you possibly top that?
You're not.
Here's the problem, okay? I think anyone as a chaser, with a chaser mentality, wouldn't have played it as Crazy Farmer.
No.
But it's crazy. I mean, he gets the shot. Like, that's the whole idea, is that he got the shot. And that's why everybody likes yet hates him. And you know what? I don't care. Look at that, man. Just you can see that tube just turning. And I'm so glad he got that footage, because there's no chaser on this planet that'll ever get that kind of shot with that kind of balls, unless you have a death wish and just don't care if you die.
I wish he didn't have those damn trees in the way, or he moved, right? Because he's the crazy farmer. He could be crazier and walk around those trees.
Such a noob.
Oh, you know what's really cool about this scene is Susan notices the heat burst, and that's a really cool observation, because right about this time she's like, "Oh, it got really hot," and that's got to be like a descending downdraft heat burst underneath that tornado cyclone.
Which is the only time I've ever felt that would be March 28th, 07. It was the freaking hottest RFD on that storm. It felt like it was 100 degrees out there while we're watching the tornado, even though you're under the cloud.
Nice. I just felt that here in June. We were watching we were underneath the RFD clear slot watching a rain wrap one in the north, and we felt that heat burst.
So where does all that hot air come from if you got cold air aloft?
It's the RFD, and the RFD is originating from a lower level in the atmosphere. So it's not originating from way up in the atmosphere where it's colder, and because it's being forced downwards, it's being heated. So you've got like air that's relatively warm to begin with, and then it's being forced down, so it's getting even hotter, and that gives you that warm RFD. And that air is really unstable, and that fuels the tornado further.
I just popped into the chat room, and of course, first thing Shane says is, "Fuck Doug Kilsing. Pretty sure Shane doesn't like that guy.
I got a video for you there you need to watch.
Oh, is that in there?
Yeah, it's one of the more recent comments.
Okay, yeah, I see that. Let me pull that up.
You made the comment, tornado sounded like a train. This is the video of that.
May 3rd, 99, huh?
But it's mainly the interview they do with this crazy Okie at about the 3 minute. Well, they're talking
Oh, is this the guy that's
all
like?
out, but
Is this the guy that's like? Oh, it doesn't sound like no freight train. I didn't hear no choo choo woo woo.
yes, favorite video. It ain't got no clickety clack.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
So
you have
how
to
many-
watch this one with the audio because that guy just makes this video.
So how many tornadoes were there on May 3rd, 99? I know. I mean, we all know the big one, but
Like, wasn't it like 50 total or something like that, or close to that?
no, that's the Bridge Creek tornado right there, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
The big one that went through Moore and Midwest City and all that.
Yeah, the guy they interviewed is from Bridge Creek.
That damn kid hit the ball right into the fence, man. How are you gonna hit the major leagues hit it like that? God. No, that's good footage right there. I've always wanted to
That's
get
what
that.
you chase for right there.
Yeah. I mean, you know, the wedge is cool now, but you want to get some of that updraft structure too.
You want the wedge with the entire vault. Like, you want all that.
First thing that guy said was he's talking. Hold on. I'll just go in the front, carrying the dog. Talking about where all his kids were.
Yeah, they
He
go
talked
and they
more
go
about
hide.
his dogs and his kids, though, just so you know.
Yeah, we had the dog.
What a character.
Oh, God.
Oh, yeah, I
We're waiting
remember
here.
Absolutely.
This is where we
Hey,
live.
there's an F5 coming. I'm gonna go get in this ditch.
That's a tragedy because that's killed a bunch of people, too.
Yeah.
People going in those and they flood, and then people drowned in there.
Yep.
Didn't that happen at El Reno?
Yeah. More people died taking shelter in drainage ditches than they did from the damn tornado.
Unplug that.
Carpet saved their lives because it covered the drain.
It says there were 74 tornadoes in 21 hours for May 3rd, 99.
On a day that started out as a C-text, wasn't it?
It was slight, I think, what it
Yeah, I
was.
think it was
Oh,
slight.
That guy freaking wins. I don't hear no woo-woo, click-clack or nothing.
That train they talk about, it was all just whoosh.
Yeah.
He looks a little bit like Billy Bob Thornton or something.
Yeah.
On one of his crackhead roles.
I could see Billy Bob playing him when they make a movie of this.
That's all that's left of his mobile home. Well, yeah, it's a mobile home, dude. It's not a brick house.
Like, straight line winds annihilate those things in the same manner.
Look at my pretty double wide. It's gone. I mean, I know that's sad, but come on. The guy cared more about his house and his dogs than he did his kids or his wife. That's all he talked about.
After the April 14th, 2012 tornadoes, me and Brady were actually driving back. We almost drove into the Woodward tornado, but the next day we went through and checked out all the damage. We ran into a couple farmers. Like, we were up, taking pictures from a hill far away from their house. They offered us to come down. Oh, you want to come closer? Like, no. They're not going to get involved in that. But we were sitting there talking to them, and I mean, they were really cheerful for their house being wiped out. But the guy, the only thing he cared about, he had a brand new green John Deere tractor that was tipped over on its side, and that's the only thing he cared about. He was like, "Oh, my tractor! It flipped my tractor." Never mind, his house was gone.
Yeah. Well, the thing is the tractor probably costs more than his house.
Oh, it did. It cost way more.
All this stuff right here, you're just shooting at me.
Yeah. Puncture lung, fractured rib, and damaged spleen. His own piano almost killed him. Oh, really? TLC? Everything that hit him did damage is what they just said. Really? I'm pretty sure that VCR that hit him in the head didn't tickle.
You sure, Mama?
Man, this guy called 300-mile-an-hour winds before they even rated it. Get the guy. Ted Fujita needs to step down. That guy needs to be the new guy.
Move that baby dog. Move. Move that.
All right. Yeah, that was a crazy day. Yeah, you do. You kind of live for that shot, you know, or at least I do, where you get that, you know, big wedge and you know whatnot, and you know you want to get the big updraft and everything that kind of goes around it. You know, I've yet to get that shot, and I would really love to.
For me, that was Bowdle. And the only reason because of that, I waited too long to get north of it. I got cut off by down power lines in the Tiv. Went down to circle back, and when I turned around, there's just that huge, crisp vault with a wedge forming underneath. I mean, being in that RFD section of the storm in a Saturn is not ideal. I kept thinking I was just going to blow away.
You know, I think if you have a car that's not very powerful or anything like that, then you probably shouldn't get really close to a tornado, because I think people forget how you know, a really strong wind can really hold your car back.
Well, heck, I was even my Jeep with a V8 being in the Wakita inflow. I was flooring it and couldn't break 40, 50 miles an hour. Unless you're running horsepower on a regular, you know, chassis, there's nothing you can do in that case.
Well, how about we cut the beta off at least, and then I mean, we can still talk in Hangouts, but at least we can cut the stream.
All right.
Sounds good. Looks like it worked well. One comment might be somehow controlling who's live on the video more. I don't know if we need an active control of that. One thing I noticed is if somebody talks, then it stays on them until the next guy talks, and that can cut the video off too.
And it gets kind of jumpy that way, I've noticed. It was real fidgety.
Yeah, I really noticed that too, and I think what's wrong is there's just a delay that I don't think we'll be able to control, because there's you know, I'll start talking and then I'll cut off and then I'll wait for someone else to start, and then you know I'll say something and then like 5 seconds later they have to stop because they think I'm talking again. So I don't know. We're gonna have to figure out how to work with that, and you know, just put up some sort of courtesy delay for everyone that, you know, after you make a point, wait a few seconds for the next person to start. That's kind of what I'm thinking. One thing I did do is I actually streamed this on the wrong channel. I checked my YouTube page for the Ghost Train and it wasn't on there, so I was like, oh crap. I don't know how I pulled that off. But
Yeah, somebody commented on the thread about that
Yeah.
they didn't see it listed.
Yeah, I followed the link and it says Ghost Train and everything, but I think it was to your direct channel.
Yeah, and see what I did is you can have multiple channels per email. So I went ahead and started a new channel on my email address. So I don't know why I didn't go to that. I don't know if I could change it right here. Hold on. I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and cut the stream off, and then I'm drawing on my broadcast now.